Welcome to another edition of Outlaw Radio. How y'all doing, man? It's 2026. What's happening? It's Outlaw Radio live on a Monday evening. Please share my show. It's going down. We got a lot to talk about tonight. As usual, the world never fails me, right? So just know that there's a phone number you can actually call if you want to be involved in this show. It's a very interactive experience. It's 262-202-5131. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen along with the Cash App. We are stepping our operation up. I need y'all to hit that Cash App. I'm taking on extra expenses to do the show. I'll let you know as we go along. But I am happy to be here. My name is Kevin Barnes. I am the mayor of Chocolate City, the mouthpiece of the movement, the militant with a microphone, a.k.a. the Negro Whisperer. A lot of people just refer to me as the world-class smartass. How y'all doing this evening? Outlaw Radio Live on a Monday night, opening salvo. Let's get it in. I got my co-host with me. I have the real OG, the ghetto witch doctor himself, Mr. Carter. How you doing this evening, man?
What it do, family? What it do? How y'all doing? Welcome to Outlaw Radio, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk. Raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the black woman lover, the black man's brother, the coach and teacher, the hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor, the real motherfucking OG. Hey, mama, there go to sleep, most man. Y'all better come on in.
I dig. Also have my other co-host, the fact checker himself, Mr. Ian C. Jordan. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight, Ian?
I'm doing good, Kevin, but I would like to start off by saying I feel abused by Mr. Barnes. My microphone was muted for 27 seconds because I talk over the intro. And I just want to apologize in advance, Kevin, because I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's not abuse, it's regulation. I
reserve the Packers gonna win Saturday, by the way.
I reserve the right to regulate my shit. So if something ain't going right, and I've said it a couple times and you don't adhere to it, I take matters into my own hand.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you, that's well needed. And like, if you get around and do a lot of different podcasts, you really start to appreciate that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to tell you, man, ain't nothing worse than going on somebody's podcast and everybody want to talk over you and shit. Like, wait a minute, you motherfuckers called me to be on the show. Y'all supposed to want to hear what I got to say. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, I've lost friends behind podcasting. And I think a lot of people say, well, what an ass, right? And I agree, because I am, to a certain extent. But when it comes to this, it has to sound a certain way and it has to be done a certain way, or don't do it, right? Exactly. Like my man said, go on somebody else's show, start learning, start watching who's pushing the buttons. Why is this working? What's that connected to? You know what I'm saying? And then you'll understand better. But thank you, sir.
You know, a good show has to have a good moderator.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
The worst shows don't have a good moderator.
That's gonna regulate that shit. You know what I mean? Because like it's hard listening to a podcast and everybody talking over each other all at the same time.
Yes,
I say this all the time.
That shit sound fucking horrible.
I say this all the time.
It is.
And here's the deal: Kamar has a delay. Ian doesn't. So sometimes it appears as if they're talking over each other, but what it is, and I have to tell Ian, you have to give, when Kamar speaks, you have to give him a second. It's just the thing you have to feel is innate, because he has a delay. Because if you go right in, the delay, it just kind of fucks up the rhythm. So that's why I'm always like, whoa, hold on. But anyways, enough of the technical shit. This ain't no production meeting. Thank you, Kamar. I appreciate that. Sharita Shaw's in the chat room early. I said the phone number. I didn't talk about the chat room. She says, and she's on YouTube rocking with us tonight. Oh. Happy New Year and good evening, Outlaw family. My sister, welcome. You are part of our family as well. Mondays and Tuesdays is when we're on, right? And the market in Milwaukee is now becoming kind of crowded. I see a lot of people wanting to start platforms and engaging in this. Just know I've been doing this 11 years. So I'm just gonna say that, and then we're gonna go into the show. So Outlaw Radio is consistent, if nothing else. Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I told you I'm trying to expand. I'm looking at something that may be a reality for us to do something live on air together as opposed to virtual, but it's going to cost. So hit the Cash App, down there at the bottom, hit the Cash App. But it's live. It's Outlaw Radio Live, man. Welcome back. All of a sudden it's 2026. Shout out to everybody who made it to 2026. Yeah. I am old as outdoors, but I'm alive. So I appreciate that, right? But it's 2026, and I hate to see people talk about resolutions and people coming, oh, the new year, new me. No, this is new year, same old me. That's what I say. I'm gonna be me. I don't feel the need to reset every 365 days. Maybe I may refocus, maybe I may reprioritize, but I'm going to be me, right? Since, as they say, since 1975. Welcome to the show, man. How y'all feeling? Kamar, how was your holiday? I know you don't really do the holiday thing, but we talk about it being seasonal. How did it do you? How did it treat you?
It was good, man. It was good. New Year's Eve was my birthday, actually.
Oh shit!
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah, it was dope.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, I know I'm old because I ain't watching not a Nair countdown. I was asleep by 11 o'clock. I ain't seen no concert. I ain't seen no show. I woke up like, oh, everybody in the house is asleep. I'm like, damn, it's 2026. I was out. I didn't go to no club, didn't go to no bar. I just, that's been done for a long time, but I went to sleep, man. I drunk my whatever I was going to drink and did whatever I was going to do and said, Happy New Year. And then I woke up in 2026. So Happy New Year's. Mr. Jordan, how was your holiday out there in AZ?
It was wonderful. Kev, I did the same thing you did though, brother. Okay. Yeah, I fell asleep at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
All that shit's way is way overrated. You know what I mean? Like
I agree.
all that. It'd be way overrated. Like I'm gonna stay up, and because like I remember we used to stay up. We gonna drink till the next day. We gonna kick it to the next day. It's gonna be morning time. We leave out the club and shit. Nigga, I remember the birthday I had right before I had to turn myself in 2005. Nigga, we had a party that lasted 3 days. Nigga, from New Year's. Motherfuckers going home, changing clothes, and coming back.
Hey yo, Kamar, I've seen some days on some nights on Atkinson where we walked out the bar and the sun was up. I'm talking about, and what's crazy is
breakfast in the motherfucker. They serve breakfast in the motherfucker.
We left and went somewhere and continued to smoke and drink for a minute, and then I drove home. Good Lord. Man, God has held me. That's why I tell everybody, you can't tell me it ain't no God. When I wake up like, how I get here? And I'm at home, come on. Yeah, so that's I listen, that's why we the party poopers. I partied till I pooped. When I was young, I went hard. Chat room popping, Mama Jenkins in the chat room. How you doing, Mama Jenkins? She said, Happy New Year to all of you. Peace and blessings. We already got 2 dead and a number of shootings.
God dang.
Ian, is this your YouTube joint you put up?
Yeah, man. I'm just telling people in the comments, Happy New Year, just sharing the show on my phone.
That's what's up. Mama Jenkins said, Happy belated birthday, Kamar. I was out by 8, and she said I was awakened by guns going off like a war zone over here. You know, weirdly, because I've sat outside. I'm normally in my garage, right? That's my spot. And I've sat outside before on New Year's, and I've heard just boom, boom, boom. And I'm a gun dude, so gunfire doesn't really shake me. But mysteriously, there was not that much activity over here where I live at. And I could hear it in the background, but it wasn't, because people start shooting before I went to sleep, right? I'm like 11:30. I'm doing myself an injustice. I lasted till about 11:15. Right. And I could hear it, but it was like, oh, normally over here you hear it and it's like, whoa, but it wasn't that bad. But I've seen the stories about the Milwaukee police having hundreds of calls within like 20, 30 minutes. There was X amount of calls where people were reporting. Like, I don't know why people call the police on New Year's Eve and say, I hear shooting. It's like the 4th of July calling in and saying, they over here popping fireworks. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, people
so stupid.
People feel unsafe because everybody says those bullets have to come down, and they do.
Yeah.
And they can still
that's the part that make me feel unsafe about this shit.
That's true.
Like, like growing up, how we grew up, like it don't really rattle me so much, but it's just knowing that shit come down now. It's the older me that think about what could happen later. You know what I'm saying? Back then when we was young, oh, we having fun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't think about that shit. These bullets got to come down somewhere.
Yeah, and I seen a story about a lady who was saying people were actually shooting at her house, like bullets were hitting her house. So, I feel sorry if that's, especially if you had children in there. That's not a tradition that we started. That's not a tradition that the YN started. This goes back so far, like, because what I've always known is on New Year's Eve when it turned, bong, 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 right? Like that's a thing. That
might have started with our OGs, dog. I don't know if that could have went too far back.
No, I'm telling you, my father would talk about that on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
He would say, and he had lived in Chicago. So he said, in Chicago, you got to cut the lights off and get under something because they go. Like, and that was late 70s. He never did it. I never seen him shoot his gun. I did it when I was new to adulthood and I first had my first little legal firearm. I went out in the backyard trying to impress my nephew. Look, boy, shot the 45. He was like, ooh, Unc, you cool. I've since realized the waste of bullets and time that's involved with that and the danger of it. So, Mama Jenkins said, is that a new brand you rolling, Kamar? She said, you got a strain? She said, you twisting? Is that some new shit or you just smoking your regular shit?
It's that good shit.
Good.
Crystal Ship, how you doing, my sister? Welcome to the show. She said New Year's Eve was dope for me. I didn't hear many shots. I got home after 2:30 and no shots were heard where I live. God bless. Thank God, right? You covered in his grace. I'm 50. The club, the whole scene I'm at my house. I've made a concerted effort to put everything that I ever needed or wanted at my house, so I don't have to leave. Right? There's nothing I'm gonna go somewhere and be like, we ain't got this. Like if it's food, if it's drink, if it's whatever, it's I make sure that I have it at my house, so I don't really go out to clubs. But God bless you, we made it. Thank God. It's a lot going on, y'all. Please share the show. I want to talk about what your boy Donald Trump is doing in South America. Okay.
Woo.
Massive action over the weekend. Military action. He's utilizing the United States military as his personal goon squad. So we're talking about what we're talking about. We're talking about Venezuela. Bombs, no warning, no congressional clearance, a bombing, an arrest of a leader who's supposedly a dictator. A lot to unpack in this action. We go to chat room. Crystal Ship says, we were in a house and had a ball. We had everything we needed. See, that's what I'm talking about, boy. Yeah. Man. Something about being in the house, right? If I'd have knew the square life was this smooth, I'd have squared up years ago. I was in the life for so long. I said, this square shit is where it's at. I'm trying to tell you, if you ain't up on it, man, you go outside barefoot in your backyard and breathe deeply in the summer and, man, enjoy the blades of grass and talk to the rabbits. Man, it's good to be grown. John Fletcher, how you doing, my brother? How you doing? What up, Outlaw family? Happy belated birthday, Kamar. He said, y'all keep laying the smack down. The people need this all gas, no brakes. I appreciate you. I feel like, we're kind of left out of the mainstream thing going on here in the black media, but it's fine. We'll continue to outlaw until we can't outlaw no more. Joey Phillips, my big homie, my big homie, my triple OG. Love, Kev. What up, Outlaw Radio? Happy New Year's to you guys. And over here, man, these niggas wasted all their bullets. Trump on that powder. Trump just secured a lot of powder. He just secured a lot. Listen, South America doesn't have a whole lot to export. Where we got piranhas and cocaine. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. So let's talk about this. You caught that joke, Ian. Nobody else caught the shit. But no, so what we didn't hear, he talked about the beef in Argentina, right? He talked about we're gonna go down there. They got cows, they got beef. We're gonna start importing that. And then I didn't hear this. Maybe I'm not connected or plugged into the right sources, but I didn't hear that we were going to bomb Venezuela. I didn't even know who this dictator Nicolas Maduro. I didn't know who he was. I don't know what he's doing. They say he's a dictator. It's so much to talk about. The people down there were in the streets celebrating. They were celebrating.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The people here were protesting. Now, the key factor, the pivotal factor in this is there's oil in them there hills. They have what I've all my research showed me that they have the largest reserve of oil on the planet.
Yep.
Okay. We, for a long time, have been held hostage by our dependence on Middle Eastern fossil fuels. I'm not a Trumper. I'm not MAGA. This is why I'm nonpartisan. This is why I say I'm neither Democrat nor Republican. Okay. Now I know that this is about the oil. Remember a couple months ago, I said on the show, I said, when it comes to our country and our government, Trump's interest as a businessman is to privatize everything so that the people who are associated with him can get more money, right? So we're going to go down there. And he said, we're going to take over this oil and we're going to run it. So that means all his rich partners, some of which are already dealing in fossil fuels here and overseas, and don't get it twisted, some of those Arab friends of his, of America, are going to be involved in. This is the new kitty. South America is not really protected by the global government like some other places. I hear China may have said something. I hear people saying something. But who gonna ride because you bombed Venezuela?
No
it's
one.
Done. You went down there, took the dictator. He's in court in the United States. They finna put him in the House of Corrections.
He said the HOC.
That boy going to Wall Pond.
Oh shit.
So is this a power move? Or is this another example of him abusing his power? There are people who are saying, do you know the price of gasoline is about to fall? Our dependence on Middle Eastern oil is about to go away. So what they're going to have to do in order to do business with us is say, all right, we're going to lower our prices. This shit, it might be a crash when it comes to fuel. And I know a lot of these companies are traded publicly, okay? I'm not saying what Trump is doing is good.
No.
I'm saying, to me, this is why I feel like he done it. And I heard people say, well, he's just trying to distract you from Epstein.
No.
This is an economic move because one of his promises was that he was going to lower the price. Yeah, listen, I'm old enough to remember when gas was like 78 cents a gallon. When we got after 9/11, when we seen $1.50 and $2, we said, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
Yes. Listen, people are going to say this is a good thing. Some people are going to say it's bad. I know everybody has their opinion. Let me go to my chat room and then I'm gonna let my co-host chop it up with me on this. Joy Phillips, man. He said happy belated birthday, Kamar. God bless. And y'all don't know I knew Joy. Joy knew me before I knew him. That's how long I've known Joy. He remembers me before I remember him.
Damn.
Big brother right there. Ewok says some of those celebration videos wasn't even in Venezuela. Fox News lies. Okay. I don't know. I'm not down there. How you doing, Brenda Peterson? She's in the chat room. How you doing from the Twin Cities? Always going down in the Twin Cities. You're gonna get up there too. But let's roll this around. Ian, I know you watching, and I know you party bang all the time. No Diddy. You bang parties, right? You bang elephants and donkeys.
Yeah, I hate them.
Think about this move in Venezuela.
Well, the move in Venezuela, first and foremost, this is what the Republicans are saying in regard to President Obama. Remember when they went and killed bin Laden? They said that President Obama did not have congressional approval either. Just to add context, he went and used the 2001 Authorization for the Use of Military Force Act, which made what he did was legal. Just to throw that out there. Trump technically can say that because he can say that the drugs that are coming from Venezuela literally are a form of terrorism. And that's probably what they're going to say next. They haven't said it yet. And they, in a way, to be quite frank, would be justified. So what he's doing is not necessarily wrong. And I don't like Trump. You know, I hate that guy, but he's not wrong in that regard. As far as in regard to the oil reserves, this is a long-term move because it takes about 5 years to refine the oil. You know how technology is, y'all. They'll figure out a way to cut it in half or whatever, and it is going to make the gas prices for the next decade probably plummet. So is it a good move? Far as from an economic standpoint, it was brilliant. But in regard to how they did it, I do see both sides of it. I do see why people are doing their thing. So that's my opinion on it. It's similar to yours in the sense of I'm not saying I like it or dislike it. I just know why he did it. And it is what it is, man. You know.
Okay. Which doctor? Where you at with this? I
don't think nobody should be surprised, you know what I mean? Because really it's like an act of war. This is just the shit that happens, you know what I mean? Countries take over other countries, they do shit. And like this is just what happens. It's just that we seeing it in real time in our life.
Okay. And
it's our president doing the shit. Usually you see the shit happening in the Middle East to each other. They doing shit to each other or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that type of shit. But we seeing this happen here.
And listen, once again, you have to understand nobody on this panel is a Republican. Nobody on this panel is MAGA. Nobody rocks. I don't rock with Trump because I believe Trump is a white supremacist, and I think he's a white nationalist, I should say, more specifically. What I'm saying is it's a power move because one of our biggest issues for so long has been our dependence on Middle Eastern oil. And there's oil in many different places on this planet. There's so much oil in Africa. There's oil in the United States. There's oil in the Gulf of Mexico. Okay. And there's oil in South America. Now, I see you, Ewok. I love it. Dion, first of all, Dion said I ain't heard from you. We spoke, Dion. You asked me what I thought about it. I told you. I thought that was our conversation. Ernest says it's gonna take 5 years to reform that sludge ass oil from Venezuela. Gas still finna be high. The oil companies got the bread to play the long game. Well, I think first of all, all of the oil. Let's make this clear. All of the oil in Venezuela is not sludge at this point. They are producing oil. So many barrels. This is how you go with this industry. How many barrels can you produce? They've been producing, but what it is it's so the infrastructure of it is so bad that it's nowhere near maximized. So whatever oil they have right now that is refined, and I'm sure they have some, and somebody can check and see how much they actually have right now. That will be under United States control. And guess what? Trump has how many years left? 3, right? So 3, 4. This was his first year, right? Wasn't this year 1, 2025?
Yeah,
okay. So 4 years. So if it takes 5 years to refine and we get to year 4 and he says, look, This oil is now a year from being refined. The American economy is about to explode. Because guess what? With privatization comes industries that are from America that are going to be going down there. There's going to be a need for equipment. There's going to be contractors. It's going to be billions and billions of dollars potentially produced. Once again, I'm not a Trump fan. I'm saying I understand the global economy and also want people to understand the United States is not the only dirty player when it comes to global economics.
No, not at all.
Global economics, and this is the new thing. See, it was we at one point we ran the table because of the auto industry. All right, that's been gone a very long time. It's a global economy now because of importing and exporting and gross domestic products, right? There's trade agreements. This is money. This is a money game played on a level most people can't, because I don't know nothing about billions of dollars. And you understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, this is going to be a boom for the very wealthy. We ain't gonna, I mean, the best thing we gonna get is lower gas prices, right? But notice this too, before I go to my chat room, and I welcome all opinions. Trump nixed this dependence and this reliance on what was about to be this electric car boom. That's what he and Ian got into it about. Not Ian, but I mean Elon. I'm sorry, Ian, not you. Elon. Remember it was Elon Musk, we go Tesla. We're gonna Trump said, nah, fuck that.
That's exactly what he said too. He said, fuck that. Yeah, he's like, no.
No. We're gonna drive gas. Well, we're running out of it. No, we ain't, because I'm finna go find some oil.
Hey,
well, I know where it's at.
Kevin, before you go to the chat room, bro, I just want to add some more context to what you said. Venezuela produces 1 million barrels of oil per day. And they said that's hold on. They said that's a significant drop from its peak and is still around 1% of the global supply. So to get to so people can realize what you just said, if they don't understand it, that oil that's going to get refined, they're already producing oil that's already refined. It's about to go down, bro. Yes, Jesus Christ.
100% profit. We just took it over.
Jesus
said we gonna run this shit. The NFL will be playing football games there in 3 years.
Absolutely.
American products will be imported at an alarming rate in a year. They will have Jordans. They will have PlayStations. They're gonna have blunt wraps, Old English. Some of them gonna have curls and finger waves. It is going down. Okay. So let me go to chat room. Mama Jenkins. She said I'm with her. I was a spread. She said I has a spread. Those gourmet steaks, chitlins cooked for New Year's. Collard greens and black eyed peas, sweet potatoes, and of course cornbread. Family enjoyed that Southern meal. Oh, my wife did the damn thing too. She did the damn thing. Oh my goodness. Listen, there was food in here. There was food up in here. Delicious. And it was really just black eyed peas and rice and different variation. We love wings around here. We'll tear ass in half. So we had hot wings, buffalo wings, teriyaki wings, garlic parm, lemon pepper, and all homemade. It was good, man. God is good, man. Stop it. It ain't all as woe for me. Ewok said some trick they pull in Iraq with weapons of mass. Same trick they pull in Iraq with weapons of mass destruction. Trump lied like it was drugs, knowing it was oil he wanted. I agree with you, Ewok. I agree with you. We saw through the lies with the weapon of mass destruction. We knew that was about oil. That was Bush. We knew everybody in America said, they on some bullshit.
Hey,
there was
every war is about a resource, a major resource.
Exactly.
Damn near.
Shit, which one wasn't?
Well, so if we go back and look at and what you said is valid, but so if we look at World War II, what it was supposedly about was human capital. Because of what Hitler did in Germany by removing the Jews, and also his quest across Europe He was putting his boot on everybody. It was about human capital. That's what it's supposed to be, stopping the evil axis. Now, we found out later, this is where you right at. We found out later that it was a bunch of natural resources over there.
Right.
But it wasn't no Instagram then, so you didn't know. You didn't know about it. But all you knew was all of a sudden, after World War II, America becomes the biggest player in the game.
Hey, look, but then dig this, though. But to him, that was the resource.
Human capital is a resource.
You see what I'm saying? Like every war is about some kind of resource. We say it all the time. Every war is economical.
Oh, yeah.
Only people that don't know that is black people.
Ooh, that was vicious, Kamar. Damn. Ooh. Only people that don't know it is black people. I like that, man. Like, I'm gonna talk about why. I'm gonna talk about why black people don't know it. And it ain't as bad as you think. Earl Henning, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? He said, fuck Donald Trump and his friend Orlando. First Orlando mention of the night. Orlando, you're welcome to call in.
Y'all gonna make that nigga famous and he gonna fuck around and be in office because of you niggas.
Hey, well, at least he got a friend.
Look, they steady giving him fuel. He ain't even here and they giving him fuel. He gonna fuck around and be in office because of you niggas. You
heard what they said, Kamar. Thank you for being a friend. Travel around the world and back again. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew,
it would be the biggest.
Black people can't resist that song. That's the whitest show ever, but black people are wrong with that thing. And we all know the words, right? Mama,
that's the last part.
Oh man, no, the best part is the end. Thank you for oh man. She said it's all about oil money and gas right now. It's $2.19 plus this joker still wants Ireland. Well, Colombia said something. He said, you better shut up. Their president said, come get me, coward. You don't want to fuck around with the Navy SEALs. Listen, what they just did, they showed up at Maduro house at night. Fuck.
Hey, that's how they did Osama bin Laden.
That's right.
They kidnapped this dude and his
pull up on this motherfucker when he sleep.
He was in court the next morning. Then he was like, ain't that a bitch? I had to stay in jail for a year. He was in court the next morning. You don't listen. Damn. You don't want to play around with it. It's not a joke. This is what makes Trump so dangerous.
Oh my God!
They just have to go to court. We gotta wait 4 months.
The United States military is a son of a bitch, man. I'm trying to tell you, people. China got more soldiers. Everybody, dude, stop playing. Stop playing. It's not a coincidence that we got military bases in every other place. Who do Japan got a military base anywhere over here? Nope. Russia? Never. Nope. Nobody has. Well, that's the Russian military base. No, it ain't. But you go over there. We in Germany. We in France. That's the United States embassy. Come on, man. It's not a joke. Dion says the country is going to be destabilized and it will produce global terrorists. Earl Henning said, vote. He will not be in office. Mac Moan, how you doing, Mac Moan? Welcome to the show, man. Milwaukee legend. He said, Trump Sosa.
What did you
Man, I want to shout out Mac Moan. You just reminded me of something. Thank you for being here, my brother. I have to shout out and I have to give a condolences because we lost another Milwaukee legend in terms of Milwaukee hip hop. And I would be so wrong if I didn't acknowledge this brother because he's from my neighborhood. Brother Keith Kenlow, aka 88 Keys, passed away over the weekend. If you don't know 88 Keys and you don't know G Money and you don't know about a G to a key,
you ain't no real OG.
I'm just saying, I rap a lot. They
you
got
ain't no real OG if you don't know them.
And
Gary Talley.
I can say this: I knew him personally. So a lot of people I shout out. I've sat with 88 and watched him make beats. Shout out to Brandy Winfrey and the Winfrey family, who was connected. Dre rocked with a G to a key for a very long time. I sat with, matter of fact, I have a CD somewhere around here with a bunch of 88 beats on them because we had just through connections had hooked up, and I was going. I had a little rap thing I was doing, y'all. I had a little rap thing, and I was doing it because I was tired of the rap that was out at the time. I was like, I'd rather ride around and listen to my own shit, right? So I was making, and shout out to Locke. I was doing. We were making music, and it was just mine until I started letting some of my friends like, dude, you need to put some of this shit out, but I never did because I had a career already, and I was over 30, and I'm like, I'm too old to be rapping. But I had beats from '88, and like I said, I sat with him, I spoke with him, I talked about his time on Rap a Lot and the process of making music and signing a man and the do's and the don'ts of signing to a major label like Rap a Lot. So rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to my brother, man. It's a good dude, smooth dude. We used to go down to the little club down on the east side when he had hip hop night. I can't remember. Quarters. Was it I think it was called Quarters?
No, it was Ty Joe's.
No. This was called Quarters.
Oh, that one was Quarters? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was on the east side, and he had a hip hop night because he was dealing with the young lady who ran it, and we would be in there, man, and they would, all of the hip hop dudes in Milwaukee, the groups. I seen a lot of Milwaukee groups in there, and it used to be jumping too, man. It was a good time. So rest in peace, man. G Money from the neighborhood as well, neighborhood legend. Man, very talented dude who I just feel like should have got way more, should have been way more, and 80 G Money is raw on the microphone, I'm trying to tell you. So rest in peace, my brother 88 Keys, man. Rest in peace, man. Thank you for representing the mill like you did. Hold on now. My chat room is popping. And if you want to say, condolences for 88, if you knew that brother, or if you ever encountered them or watched the G2 Key perform, and, you can always hit it throughout the show. Dion says this not a good look on the United States. It will have more leaders looking at the USA as a deviant and not to be trusted. Well, was it a good look for Russia to bomb Ukraine? Was it a good look for the rest of these continents, these countries, to carve up Africa and colonialize Africa? Was it a good look for what happened in South Africa with apartheid? A lot of people want to say stand with Palestine, right? I hear people saying that. But if you do your research and your due diligence, you'll see that the Arab slave trade was as lethal and as deadly as the American slave trade. Arabs were some of the original slavers of African people.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. For 1,200 years.
Right. So while you're hollering...
Before we was ever enslaved here.
Exactly.
Those were the Africans who they said sold Africans into slavery.
Absolutely. So if we talk about Asia done made so many cold moves against their own people. The Japanese and the Chinese fought forever and emaciated each other. Okay? Look what happened in Vietnam. Look what happened in Korea. Korea is still divided. So good look, what? And I'm not a Trumper. I'm just saying global politics is a dirty game.
Yeah,
the United States is not the only one. We're not the only country that engages in this. All of the big players do it, right? Putin does what he wants to do, riding on his horse with no shirt on, looking like the Old Spice man.
Motherfuckers looting Africa right now as we speak.
Absolutely, including the United States.
Yeah,
looting Africa. Africa been getting raped for 700 years of human capital and resources.
It's just that now they finna have their hands in Venezuela's pot.
Trump has introduced a whole new group of niggas to this world. There are so many new niggas on this planet right now. I ain't gonna say niggas, I'm gonna say niggers, hard R. The Trump done made a bunch of people niggers, including his own people if they poor. This dude is hard. So I mean, Dion, I hear you. People are they're side-eyeing the same way we side-eyed Russia when they bombed Ukraine. Like, why the hell they bombing Ukraine? The same way we side-eyed Israel when they went over there and let Palestine have it. With United States funded military force. So it's all bad. When it comes to money, it's all bad anyways. Ace Cooley said, he said, motherfucker is trying to be the new Bush family.
Yes.
Man, Mac Moan said salute to my comrade. Rest in peace. I know you didn't rock with 88 before, Mac Moan. I know you have. I know you. And man, 88 was nice with them beats, man. It's just once again, it's unsung heroes, man. We need to do a Milwaukee unsung and shit. And just talk about all of the talent.
Crazy. Like back then, everybody who rapped from Milwaukee was like family.
Right.
It was way different than how it is now. It's everybody competing now.
Because if somebody had a beat,
family, everybody has shows all at the same places and all that shit.
And if somebody made beats, he didn't just make them for his clique.
Right, he made music for the whole family. Pretty much.
You can go buy some beats.
You got money out of everybody that was out here around. The city.
Man.
From everybody,
Powerhouse used with PV. PV with Powerhouse when they and PV was another dude from here who was just. And I still got theme music for our segments from PV. So if you don't know about Powerhouse, and as I'm saying, is Milwaukee done had a scene for a long time. Mariah Johnson, how you doing? How you doing? My family, much love to you, Mariah. Who else we got up in here? This is Ace Cooley. He said, "Who is Malice?"
that was the name of my album.
Oh, okay.
You can buy it in Germany.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know what you was putting up. I was talking like, why is he putting up? I thought you was showing a G2 a key or something.
I thought that was
actually I got an award with Gary many years ago. We got in 5th grade at Philip Future Leaders of America, the Carol Sater Award. She was our librarian. You probably remember her.
I thought that was Avant or Joe or somebody.
Right, he did have one of them.
Yeah, it was one of them R&B poses.
You had to do that in the 80s, right? Like, man, no, I went to Philip, and she had died by the time when we went to Philip. She was gone. Carol Sater?
Yeah, Carol Sater. She was a librarian. They gave her an award. I think she died she died a year before or 2 years before I got there. So we got
you younger than me.
Huh?
I was there before you. You're younger than me.
Yeah. I started going to Philip in kindergarten in 1980. I was there when I was 4 years old also.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm old. I went to Philip from kindergarten to 5th grade. Yeah. She might have passed when I first got there, but when I was there, the librarian was Miss O'Kelly. Big black lady. And so and they did build that library. I didn't know. But they probably did. So I mean, you just hit me with the Philip shit. I'm like, damn, I forgot all about it.
And Gary got one of them too, because we was in Junior Achievers, and we also got Future Leaders of America. We both split the trophy. So
okay.
Yeah.
G Money's little brother Will went there with me. Will was my guy.
Yeah, Will's a cool dude.
Ewok said, if I run a multi-billion-dollar country, ain't nobody going to be able to come to where I live and just take me and my wife. Where the fuck was his soldiers and his bunker? Let me tell you something. The United States military is way more deadly than people think. They will come and shoot they found Osama. They found bin Laden in their bunkers. Right? Your security... Gaddafi, look at all these. When the United States,
Saddam Hussein,
right?
We talking about in his bunker and found them.
We go all the way to Panama.
Fuck your bunker, nigga.
We go all the way back to Panama in Noriega in Panama. They will come get you late at night.
He said, "What happened to Maduro's security?"
He said it and his bunker.
His security probably was killed. They're just not going to say that, but they probably killed them.
Well, they was bombing at the same time too, so I'm assuming motherfuckers was hiding.
They all dead. No, motherfuckers are dead.
Yes, we all
was out fighting so motherfucking weird.
Right,
yeah, exactly. Man. Yeah.
Dre Day, what it do? He said quarters on Center and Humboldt. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I know what y'all talking about now. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, at the time, Dre was managing. He was supposed to have been the manager for G2 a Key, so we were intricately. I was there backstage, pre-set up, everything when they was doing it, and I was like, yo, I didn't know. I came home from school. I didn't know Milwaukee was shaking like that. My man Terry T, shout out to Terry T, man. Terry T used to be cold, man. He used to come shut the whole joint down, man. Shout out to wherever he's at, man. Yep. Mariah said Q's on Center quarters. Yes, I knew it was called quarters. Mac Moan said we're gonna keep it going for my OG. Man, absolutely. Brother, the fact that you still out here representing is dope. I like shit, man. I mean, and Milwaukee got a whole new scene. The new generation is kind of taking it in a different direction. But it's good to see brothers like yourself still out here moving and grooving, making music. You know, Cuckoo is in Vegas. Whatever they say about him, who cares? He's alive and thriving. He gets a lot of love. Drew is still out here somewhere.
He just dropped a new album. Cuckoo Cal did drop something.
To me, the biggest unsung heroes ever was Baby Drew and the Country Boy Clique. To me, that is the greatest Milwaukee collective that I have ever heard. Like, for me. Now, everybody got their opinion. But Powder, Ghetto Hero.
Boy, that motherfucker Powder album, boy. When that came out, man, that's all you heard. Every car that rolled past.
Rolling by.
In every hood. I don't give a fuck what gang you was in.
Hey, Kamar.
He made a lot of money.
Well, somebody did. Somebody did. I don't know.
Somebody made a lot of money off that album.
And look, I had, like I said, if we talking 90, I just came home from school, so I wasn't in Milwaukee in the summer from 94 to 99. So when I finally came home, and like you said, every car, and I'm asking the homies like, "Hey, who is that?" "Oh, that's Baby Drew. That's Country." I'm like, "Who is Country Boy Clique?" Man, I got that shit from exclusives on Fond du Lac. That shit didn't come out my deck for like 3 weeks. I was like, dude, this is ridiculous. So yeah, I've interviewed Drew about 3 times, man. Yeah, but unsung, man. They should have sidebar, and I'm gonna get back to talk about this, but before record stores died, I ran across an executive from Sam Goody. She was over Black Music. She lived in Minneapolis. I was up there visiting my partner. This was one of his little friends. Took me to her crib. We was gonna cook out and smoke and all this. And she had all the plaques in the basement for all of the records she had put, Sam Goody on. We went to the liquor store. I had Ghetto Hero playing. She lost her mind. Who is this? I know Kevin Lyles. She went to dropping names, and she asked me because she had my CD, and I said no. That's how much I love. I said no. And look, but I did. Eventually, they did talk, but it was unfortunate because that's when all the record stores just went out of business. Like, Sam Goody fell first. So I did my best, man. I did my best. But yeah, she was like, man, we was driving. She like, play that again. Play that. I'm like, look, hold on, shit. Oh, let me do my thing. And my guy Tommy was in the car with me too. I wanted to make it look like me and her was riding out, just in case my wife was listening. Like, oh, you riding around listening to Baby Drew, huh? Right? Right, Ian? Right.
Exactly.
Private eyes, right?
That's right, brother.
He said, yes, rest in peace, Keith Kenlow, a.k.a. 88 Keys, my homeboy, great memories. Joey's from the hood, so I know Joey. I know you know, right? I know JoJo knows. Earl Henning said they don't care about us.
No, not at all.
Ace Cooley said, this is dope. Ace Cooley said, get this up here. Milwaukee had some talent. We just didn't have the market to really make anyone big. Remember, Lil Bro used to be around a lot of producers in Milwaukee. Yeah. Earl said, rest in peace to 88 Keys. He said, African World Festival Miller stage in the 90s.
That's dope.
Yeah. Ace says, rest in peace to Kool-Aid. And Mariah,
man, you know who we talking about, right?
Yeah. I know. Of course, I know who he's talking about. Hope they still haven't found. It's a tragedy, man. We need to close the door on that one. Mariah said, "Fuck your bunker."
That's so fucking nuts.
Fuck your bunker.
Fuck your bunker, cuz.
Oil money, baby. Where is that? Where is that?
They don't give a fuck about no bunker. They found Saddam Hussein in this bunker.
Man, listen.
That's so true.
They asked Alexa where that bunker
and he killed his sons, remember?
Yeah.
Man, killed his sons, then found him in the hole. Talking about, hold on.
Damn.
No, ain't no hold on. Get your ass up out that hole.
Right.
So I want to talk about.
They was trying to get oil and shit back then.
Yes, they were. Bush 2.0 is Trump.
But it's not, it ain't even that. It's just global politics. Listen, if you ain't side-eyeing the United States of America for their initial involvement in South America, which produced a crack epidemic, right? Ronald Reagan, who teamed up with South America, and it ain't stopped. Because they ain't start all of a sudden, okay, we can't grow cocaine in Colombia no more. That's why he told Colombia, you better sit your ass down before we come over there and get the... Because, see, the cartel is having a good time in Mexico. But it's very diplomatic. Because when Trump wants to send the United States military down there, they could have been got rid of the cartels. But obviously, they're making money off this shit, too.
Yes, absolutely. Because all he would have... Oh, my fault.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, all he would have to do, honestly, this is how simple it is. All he literally would have to do, and you notice, Kevin and Kamar, y'all finna laugh, define the cartels as a terrorist organization, then he can seize their fucking money and assets and take their drugs.
Anything that's connected to the United States. Did you do them like you did the mafia?
Exactly.
Like you did the
They're
mob.
going to do it probably. What he did with Venezuela has given me faith. That's exactly what he's going to do to the Mexican cartel.
I personally feel South America has been sitting there for so long and ain't nobody been fucking with them.
They've been quiet.
They've been doing their thing for a long time, right? And Trump said, shit. Yeah. Because it's not far from us. Like, it ain't as far as Europe is.
And nigga, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy work.
Hey, don't we got a boat in the yeah. Then we got a couple carriers. Look, go.
He said, don't we got a boat?
Bring dude up here, man. I'm sure Trump's thinking, hey, you need to come and see me when you get out of court. Come and see me. We'll talk about your charges. A said it was the Delta. He says the Delta Gorsey that went in and distracted old boy. Earl Henning said getting our money back from them. Ace Cooley said, speaking of South America, anyone other than me uncomfortable with how close China and Mexico is right now? I'm not. Listen, maybe China worries me a little bit because of the amount of trade that we're engaged in with them. But trade goes two ways. Just like we need their products, they need our bread, right? But Mexico, come on, man. Listen, we could deal with Mexico so quickly. Kamar, who was on here one time? I can't remember who we were interviewing, and they made a crazy joke about, have you ever seen a Mexican scientist? We were talking about the military and we was talking about the space program and all this, and it was like, dude, why is there never a Mexican rocket? Like, you never see the Mexicans going to the moon. And I said, there has to be scientists down there. They was like, no. Like, I've never seen a Mexican scientist.
I've never seen a Mexican scientist.
I ain't saying there ain't no Mexican American scientists. I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying we hardly ever see Mexicans come out like we got a Mexican space shuttle and it's going to the moon. Like,
yeah. I've never seen a Mexican space shuttle.
Right. Like, I don't know. And I might be talking about it. I'm sorry. So shout out to all the Mexicans out there.
Hey, I was gonna say, just to add one more point to the Venezuela oil thing.
You ever seen a Mexican car?
Oh God.
I seen some Mexicans in a car before.
How many?
It's a bunch of them.
That's your fault, Kamar. You made me do that shit. You made me do that.
It's that man again, the CMOS man.
They mad at me. I'll be like, it was the witch doctor.
It's the witch doctor on that bullshit. Hey, I was gonna say, just so people understand, it's 300 billion barrels of oil in fucking Venezuela. I just wanted to add that. Dog. 5 years, my ass. Yes, dog. 300 billion? God. Dang,
just sitting there, and the infrastructure is broken down. And so Trump said, shit, we can regulate the man. Listen, I mean, once again, y'all, I'm not a Trumper.
No, not
this
at all.
This is why I'm nonpartisan. I have to be honest and say
it's brilliant.
I'm not totally against this. Tired of these high-ass gas prices. I'm tired of inflation. America needs a new cash cow. And if we are dependent on the Middle East for our fossil fuels, it's time to break that monotony. Make them come back to us, because once we ain't, we don't need y'all no more, then that oil is gonna be like, yo, Mr. United States, I would like to do business with you. Because the low, you gotta shoot low now. You gotta bid low now. We got our own oil. Bachlis. We don't need you.
Bachlis.
Right? I know I sound so bad tonight. I'm so sorry. A said,
I don't got a flag. I'm gonna throw a flag.
He said he meant Delta Force. Erica, how you doing? Sharita Shaw says he gave them a chance to surrender.
Don't believe that shit.
I don't know. It was a short notice. Like, look,
$4 trillion.
We outside. Hey, we outside. You give up? Wait a minute. Hold on. Boom. First goddamn phone disconnected. Shit. I was finna say okay.
They done killed Armando and Riviera.
Oh no,
they
man.
Dead.
That's bad. The loss of life is tragic. I don't want to do that. Innocent people probably got killed.
Absolutely.
You know
Jesus
what I'm saying?
Christ.
So yeah, I know. It's how innocent. But it's what happened when you have a male show, right? Like people, men say all kinds of crude shit. Y'all know what though? Kamar, you said something earlier, and I said that's dope, because you said everybody knows this when it comes to global politics except black people, right? You know why black people don't know? Because is this really foundational black American business?
No, not at all.
Again, do we feel sorry for Venezuelans? I've never heard them speak against the injustices that we've suffered in this country. Are we looking at ICE and saying the way they're doing it is bad, but do we bleed for Mexico? I don't recall Mexicans ever really being advocates. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure Cesar Chavez, who was, probably their preeminent American activist, would have said, yo. And I know that there was Brown Panthers that, aligned themselves. I'm not talking about Puerto Ricans, because Puerto Ricans are inherently African in their lineage.
Yes, they are.
Not foundational black American African, but there's some African within them. As far as Cuba goes, there are some dark Cubans. So there's some melanated Cubans. And Fidel Castro was not necessarily anti-Negro. Okay?
Not at all.
But nobody has cried for us. Nobody has shed tears for us. There were abolitionists, there were white abolitionists who actually sacrificed and lost a lot because they stood up for what was going on with us. There have been some Jewish progressives in the late 60s, early 70s who aligned themselves and tried to identify with the Panthers and the militant perspective of black people in this country. That went away. But what I'm saying is FBA problems. Are these FBA problems?
Before you get away from it, you know why they don't? Because it's just like I just said. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about our problems because this is a world issue. This is what goes on around the world. You know what I mean? People get taken advantage of. People get their shit took from them. This is what happens. Black people, we just got caught up in this shit too. So ain't nobody giving a fuck about us because this is the shit that goes on around the world. It's like Venezuela. Only the shit happened to us a long time ago.
And has never stopped.
And did nobody give a fuck back then? You know what I mean?
Nope.
So don't nobody give a fuck about the shit that's going on now.
Black people, we got some serious issues we need to be working on. And we cannot lose sight of that fact. Yeah, you look and you say, oh, that's so sad. But you keep it pushing. Okay? And I hate to sound cold, and I hate to sound cruel, and I hate to sound callous, but I'm sounding all those ways. Because for too long, injustice on the backs of foundational black Americans has been ignored. It's been glossed over. It's been swept under the rug. And We have an opportunity right now to delineate and self-identify and say, until you cross this line and violate us as foundational Black Americans, we don't give a fuck what other people are dealing with in terms of taking action. We'll look at it and we'll say that's sad. We'll talk about it and say, man, I hate to see that happen to them. But we ain't jumping out on those streets with no signs. We ain't demonstrating. We ain't protesting. We ain't marching. If it ain't a foundational Black American issue, it is what it is. Go ahead, Kamar.
Hey, you know another reason Black people are the only people that don't know about every war is being economical. Every war is about economics. It's about a resource or something. We don't know that shit because God damn, let me say this shit right. Well, we was taught that war is hand to hand, is physical.
Yeah.
It's guns. It's physical. Like, we don't understand the mental war. We don't understand spiritual warfare. We don't understand chemical warfare. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't understand financial warfare, economic, you know what I'm saying? We don't understand that that's what all war, you know what I mean? Because see, it's about breaking the people's spirit. It ain't all about the fighting. You know what I mean? Like our war here, like people think when our war here, the race war, they think it's supposed to be physical. We supposed to have a bunch of guns and shit. No, we just got to quit spending our money with everybody.
That's absolutely right.
Again, it's economical. You know what I mean? The war is economical, and Black people don't understand that. We feel like it's got to be guns or we got to fight. And no, we can shut the fuck up and win the war too.
And I agree with you in that most of the time we're not in control of the resources. We're not sitting on those boards. We don't have access to those rooms, but we're on the ground fighting because we fight for the crumbs. If I go over here and fight this war for y'all, will y'all stop lynching us? Can I drink out of a white water fountain if I go over here and fight in World War II? No, we're gonna hang you in your military uniform. You're gonna go to Vietnam and the Vietnamese are gonna drop flyers on you and say, "Black man, go home. We have no quarrel with you," and we're still gonna fight. And because we are the truest patriots. We have fought in every war, and we've turned the tide. Our participation has turned the tide in every armed conflict. And this is what makes it so sad that there's even a question about reparations. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I agree with you. Let me go to chat room. Ace Cooley says shit. This is funny. He said the Vice Lords, Crips, Bloods, and the Nation of Islam should have went and jacked Venezuela.
That's fucked up.
They would really be in the House of Corrections. Like, transported them all to a place in Wisconsin called the House of Correction.
Lock the niggers up.
Got their ass working that farm out there. Sarita Shaw said they've been watching him for a long time to study his routines. Well, there's this thing we have. This is what makes, and see, people saying, Kev, you giving the United States military too much credit.
Please.
Check this out. There's this thing we have called the CIA. And there's this thing called espionage, which means we've been here longer than you've known, right? We've been here as long as way longer. And then the CIA is going to work with the United States government and the United States military to say, let's handle this. And people say, what about the FBI? Well, that's to cover the country.
Oh my God.
But when it comes to global conflict, it's going to be the CIA and the United States military working hand in hand.
Kevin, right? What do these people not understand? We have the most lethal, dangerous, intelligent military in the history of the world. They do shit that we don't even hear about. The only reason we know about this Venezuela shit is because it's a win for Trump and his administration.
They allowed us to.
Yeah. And it's wild to me that people don't understand. No, our military gets a lot of props. They are what they are. You know what I'm saying? They are good as advertised. They don't play no games. And I wanted to add one other point to kind of touch to what you just said. Before I say anything, I don't want nobody to get offended because it might be a flag on the play. because my daughter said some crazy shit this weekend. She said one of the worst things to happen to Black Americans in the 60s is the mindset of Martin Luther King. People gonna get mad. She said this. She was like, Daddy, he was there to pacify people. She said, in my opinion, she said, I am more understanding. She said, I respected the Nation of Islam. She said, outside of the controversy, but she said, I respect the Nation of Islam and what Malcolm X was talking about at the time, that you have to uprise. And that's what we should have done during that time. That was her opinion. I thought it was kind of deep. I'm like, RJ, that was pretty. I was like, I respect your opinion on that.
I think it's short-sighted.
Yeah. Well, Martin Luther King thing.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Because what Martin Luther King did was not necessarily to pacify us.
No, it wasn't.
It was to help us persevere. Okay. Now, here's the game.
Yeah.
If you rise up in Alabama with 50 people, 500 people,
get wiped out,
get eradicated overnight.
Yep.
If you go about this slowly and deliver the message and deliver the information, you're going to have 50,000 people, and then 500,000 people, and then 1 million people, right? Because there's way more people who don't want to see bloodshed than there are that are bloodthirsty savages. And You're not going to ask the average Black man to lay his life on the line when there's no exit strategy for our women and our children.
Nope.
You can't say, hey, Black man, rise up, let's go and fight. And then you say, but when we lose, if we lose, what is to come of my wife and my kids? Well, after they kill us, they're going to come in and eradicate us totally.
Yep.
Now, do I agree with everything Martin Luther King said? I absolutely don't, but I think Martin Luther King was operating from a perspective of the times that were.
Yeah.
And I think Martin Luther King knew how systematic they were in terms of executing their racist power agenda.
He did.
I actually give Martin Luther King a lot of credit because he kept people calm. Now, what should have happened is his mission should have been more about empowerment than inclusion. That is the one thing I criticize him on. It's not about making us passive. It's about not helping us understand how powerful our economic impact in this country was. The basis of his movement was the bus boycott, which shows you that when we stop spending money, shit moves the needle.
Highly successful.
So instead of going back riding those white buses, what we should have did is continue to build the Black bus companies and put them out of business. Because one thing that's for sure is that this country cannot move without the Black dollar. Stop playing with me. So instead of saying, please let us eat at your restaurant, we should have been saying, let's build more Black restaurants. Because now not only are we supporting our own, but we are empowering our own. Because Black business begets Black business. What we did was we thought integration was the way. Without understanding, you can't force integration on people who have been racist and segregated for hundreds of years. It's in their nature to rebel. That's why you had white flight. That's why you had white people saying in Milwaukee, where you passed Brown versus the Board of Education in 1955, this city didn't desegregate their schools until 1978. Shout out to Lloyd Barbie. Because they said, we ain't doing it. We don't give a shit what the government says, right? But we just wanted to go to school with them. What's happening now? The schools where they took their kids out and our kids are at are underserved and underfunded and underperforming. If we'd have empowered ourselves then and said, it's cool, we don't want to go to y'all school. Because you got to understand, at that point, we had an economic backbone. We had an economic substructure. For a long time, Black people had the highest standard of living that they had ever had in this country. We should have been empowering ourselves. We were too busy trying to party with white people. We were too busy trying to say, he a good white dude. You invited to the cookout. It should have been about empowerment, not inclusion. If you don't want me to eat at your restaurant, guess what I don't want to do? Cool. I don't want to eat there because you might spit my shit behind where I can't see it. I don't want to sit. I don't want to battle to sit at your lunch counter. Let's start our own goddamn restaurant and sit at our own. Now, what do? They came right back and take the foods that we was eating as scraps and make them delicacies now and own restaurants and sell us our food back. Arabs sell us fried chicken. Come on, man. Arabs
That's what A.G. Gaston was talking about.
The Muslim grocers don't even eat pork, but you can get every kind of pork rind you want in their store. They own the liquor stores. They don't even drink. They looking at us like, look at these filthy animals. Buy the liquor every day. You want a reposado? Reposado? FBA problems. FBA problems. That's all I'm saying. Let me get to the chat room, not to cut nobody off. Y'all know I get riled up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep myself calm.
I was about to ask, did you read Black Titan, Kevin?
No, I've never read that. Who was that?
That's A.G. Gaston. Who
never heard of.
You sound like.
No,
he funded the civil
all
rights
my
movement.
shit. I promise this is all my shit. I didn't get this from nobody else. Sarita Shaw. Oh no, this is Ernest Walker. He said he said the racist sounding jokes are cool, Kev. People know we be joking. I hope, because I don't want no essays running up on me, man.
Oh hell no.
A lot of shit on our radio essay. You think it's cool? Where's your FBA nouns?
Your FBA. We're foundational Mexican Americans.
By me not being racist, I come off as more racist, right? I can't even try. It gets worse.
That's such a fucking contradiction.
Earl Henning said, we know, we just don't give a fuck about anything but shoes. I beg to differ. Listen, one thing about us is we like to look good. Like, that's something that ain't gonna never go with black people. That ain't never going away. You will put a fit together. I don't care if you conscious, your beads match your sandals, your dashiki match your cargo pants. I don't care if you a Muslim, your suit is clean. Black people gonna look good, don't matter what. If we got $2, $1 of it's going to what I got to wear tomorrow, right? So I'm not gonna necessarily go at my people and say all we care about is shoes, because there are a lot of black people right now trying to figure this out. Like, yo, when you look at America and you look at the economics in America, there's a lot of black people saying, we got to crack this puzzle. So you people who go buy shoes, go buy shoes. I got some shit I buy that I shouldn't buy, right? I'm a gun fanatic. I got way more guns than I should ever have as just a regular person, but I love them. So I buy them. Just like you go get the new Jordans, I go get the new 5.6, new 7.6. I said, oh, you see that new AR? I'm going to get that motherfucker. Yeah, red dot. So I'm just saying, we all have something. Ocean Shira died. How you doing, my sister? It's been a while. She said black people are not aware because black people are entertainment and sexualized, and most don't read. So sports, music, and celebrities and material keeps black people sleeping intellectually. Ooh, are we all asleep? Is that the case? Are we all asleep? Who's raise your hand if you distracted by entertainment right now? No. Right? I'm serious. Black people.
Well, you said are we all asleep? I think we all are to a certain degree. Like different people are at different levels. Different times. Like you say, we all trying to figure this shit out. Some people have made it a little farther than others. You know what I mean? As far as waking up.
Okay.
And I want to add one other thing too. A.G. Gaston, for everybody that don't know who he was one of the people that helped fund the civil rights movement. He died in 1996. His net worth was $130 million. He was the guy that was the entrepreneur of the century by Black Enterprise magazine, and that was in 1992. Yeah, he was doing stuff during that time, man. He was bailing Martin Luther King and the motherfuckers out.
What kind of entrepreneur was he? What did he do?
Dude, Kamar, he started off with the hotel business. And hotels and shit and restaurants. That's why I said that when Kevin was talking about, well, I don't want to eat at your restaurant. This brother took the money that he made from sales and he started his own restaurants down south. And you know how black people are, especially then. Black people just went and supported his restaurants to the tune of him being worth $130 million when he died. So,
and shout out to him. I wasn't trying to disregard him. I was just saying.
Oh, I know you weren't. I was just adding.
I've never read anything that he wrote, and I said I'm gonna say that on the show.
You remind me of him. That's why when you said that, that's how he used to think, bro. He used to say we need to empower our own people. He said I have no issue with white people, white Americans, but what we need to do is to empower our customer base and everything else. That's why when you said that, I was like, damn, that's straight out of Black Titan. That's exactly what he preached.
It should always be about empowerment over everything else. It's that old adage of Don't take me fishing, teach me how to fish.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't need pacifiers. And in a lot of cases, we're on the bottom of the economic pyramid. So we're customers. We're not owners. We're not manufacturers. We're not distributors. You know what I'm saying? We don't control boardrooms as much as we should. We're a very minuscule point on the global economy. Like, we should be sitting in some of the biggest seats in some of the biggest corporations. And there's a few black CEOs, shout out to them. But even globally, you look at Africa. With all of the resources over in Africa,
oh my Lord,
they should be like, come on, man. Listen.
Well, they should be, but the problem is other countries are in control of them.
That's right. They've been colonialized. But check this out. Take the average dashiki that you see some brothers wearing and look at the tag. It might say made in China.
The motherfucker made, hey, look, and then they really didn't, that ain't no African garb. That was like I want to say the French or the Greeks or something like that. Where somebody took over Africa and they started giving Africans dashikis so they could distinguish them from the slaves or not. They, you know what I mean? They gave the slaves dashikis, and that's how the dashiki started.
Well,
I forgot which country started it. I wanted to say Greece. I want to say Greece.
In the early 90s, I watched foreigners make a bank on selling us African medallions.
Yes, I seen that too. I thought that was weird.
You wearing the shit?
My dad would never let us have one.
We all had them.
I was trying to buy one. I wish I could have. I had to sneak one. My dad would not let me buy that shit because he used to say exactly what you just said. Other motherfuckers buying shit. But I have a quick question. How many black CEOs are the head of Fortune 500 companies? If you had to guess.
If I had to guess, because I don't know the exact number, I would say no more than 7.
You are a motherfucking monster. 8.
Okay.
It's 8. Jesus Christ.
Okay. And that's just off the top of my head from me reading about where we actually sit at. Dion said, is the lines open? Dion, the lines are always open. 262-202-5131. I haven't seen anybody call in. Is it not going through? Let me know. I will do what I got to do to straighten it out. A says, he says, keeping it real, family. These motherfuckers done fucked up the world. They stole bodies and took a religion and turned it into a race history. Museums are full of not just African, but stolen artifacts and treasure around the world. Damn. White people are the most lying, pedophilic, rapist motherfuckers in the world. Motherfuckers are like crabs that just won't go away.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. I've never had crabs, but it sounds kind of inconvenient.
That sounds fucked up.
Aaron Brown, shout out to Aaron Brown, man, up in AZ. He said Martin was getting tired of that shit. Martin had changed his tune. Listen,
toward the end, yep.
If you're gonna study Martin Luther King, study him in his entirety. Towards the end, he spoke more about economics. He started to speak more about empowerment. That's when he really scared the shit out of him.
Yep.
He started to say, yo, this poverty, now that I'm looking at it, this disenfranchisement and this poverty is really what's killing us. And this war effort is a waste of, once again, human capital. You got young black men who've been discriminated against from the day they got here, going over here getting blew up in Vietnam. That's when he was in Memphis to assist the sanitation workers.
Yep.
Okay. So you can't really say he made us passive. Had he made us passive, there would have never been a Black Panther Party for self-defense in Oakland. Because part of it was the SCLC and the SCLC, which is the Southern Leadership Christian Conference, and then the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. The youth said, hell no. Stokely Carmichael and all those brothers said, hell no. You ain't taking that, bro. You ain't throwing no rocks at us. Along comes Black Power. Along comes the Black Panthers and the Black Power movement. So if you take Martin out this equation, I don't think a lot of this stuff happens, right? So when we criticize Martin Luther King, we got to be careful.
Yes.
Once again, I don't agree with everything he says, or he said, I'm sorry. I think he could have been a little bit more aggressive in some fronts, but I think had he been loose and not thinking about the fact that there were so many Black people in the South who were unprotected, like they could literally ride through the countryside and murder women and children haphazardly, and there would have been no justice.
That's what my pops always said. He said we would have got eradicated. He said if Martin Luther King didn't do shit the exact way that he did it, we would have got eradicated. We had no infrastructure. We would have got killed.
My
mother would always say, when my mother, and I grew up hearing the tales of cotton fields in the Jim Crow South. My mother and my father came from Mississippi. My father was born in 1935. My mom was born in 1942. So they came up in the cotton fields. And my mother would tell us these stories, and we would say, Mama, we wouldn't have done that. We wouldn't have picked shit.
Yep, you're
my
right.
mother would look at us and say, that white man would have gave your ass a Chinese name. He hung high.
Oh, that was fucking clever. I like that.
My mother, to the day she passed, referred to white men as Mr. Right-Off. And we used to say, why you call him Right-Off? She said, because in the cotton fields, if he wasn't picking fast enough, he'd be right off his horse and on your ass.
They don't deserve no. That's enlightening.
That's how fucked up it was.
That is fucked up. I love it.
Shira Dodd said, yes, Martin Luther King knew, and when he found out what was happening, he regretted his dream and found out it was a nightmare. Well, you know, integration, the way we went about it, to me, was fundamentally flawed. And of course, I'm an armchair quarterback because I'm in the year 2025 saying this.
Exactly.
Okay. And I do appreciate the sacrifice that those people made, because you cannot disrespect those people and say, oh, okay, but we didn't see integration robbed us because we had a black economic structure. We were patronizing our own selves.
Oh,
when
yeah.
they said you can go downtown now and shop with the good white folks, we abandoned our own businesses. We abandoned our own mom and pop businesses. So once again, you ran towards inclusion and away from empowerment. And that has to be understood. So A-Blast, I'm saying A-Blast. Aaron is agreeing with Ocean. Shira Dodd, he said 100. She said, shout out to Vel Phillips and Lloyd Barbie, Walter Farrell, Howard Fuller, and Gary George. I mean, yeah, if you got out here and you put your life on the line, it's easy for somebody to critique you now. Especially for somebody who doesn't understand the context of the times you were living in.
Yeah.
It's like somebody right now who would tell me what they would have done during the crack epidemic versus somebody who was actually there in the neighborhood, in the community when this was going on. I would have did this. You wouldn't have done shit.
Slavery wasn't that bad, Kanye.
You would have done the same thing we did. You'd have got in where you fit in. That's what you would have done, because survival is the instinct. Okay. This is Ocean. She said, yes, they are, not all. I lost that one.
Yeah.
A said another problem is we're good at spotting the problems, but we don't have our black think tanks to become solution based. Let's get a black lobbyist party. She said there's 8 black CEOs. Ace Cooley said, can we talk about the deacons for defense who they didn't put in the history books? They used to do the security at some of the black marches back in the day. Scared the shit out of the Ku Klux Klan clowns. Lions King, what it do, cuz? What it do? He said 2 kinds of pain in this world: the pain that hurts and the pain that alters. Fruit of life is choice, self.
Nice.
Okay. Aaron Brown says Martin was getting tired of them hot ass marches and German Shepherd.
Damn.
Earl Henning said made money. Once again, this is why the delineation movement is so important to me, because this gives us a chance to circle the wagons. And it's one of those things where we say either you're with us or you're against us. All right. It's not a club. There's not a website. There's not a bumper sticker. There's not a t-shirt. This is directly connected to our lineage as foundational Black Americans. This is a chance for us to identify and say, let's start Black lobbyist groups. Let's start Black special interest groups. Okay. This is what they do in Madison every day. They use their money and their influence to influence elected officials. We, on the other hand, allow our elected officials to run amok and make backroom deals with the other side. I just seen that our mayor has endorsed Brother D.C. Crowley for governor of the state, right? And I understand they have a relationship. I guess they went to school together. They were classmates. which is dope, right? What a journey.
Yeah.
Makes for a good movie. But in the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County, it's a shitty situation. I don't know if I trust either one of your endorsements. And DC is my friend, not like buddies, but in terms of we're cordial, we're cool. We've had many conversations. He's been on my show a million times. Shout out to E-Dot, his wife. Good people, right?
Yeah.
But this ain't personal. This is business, right? Mayor, I don't need for you to endorse anything when, like Mama Jenkins just pointed out, the murder ain't even, what is it? It's the 5th. You still have no plan. You still haven't said you have a plan. You have no economic development or empowerment plan. So I don't need you to be endorsing nobody, nor do I care who you endorse.
Exactly.
When I see what's happening with property owners, and specifically foundational Black American property owners in terms of assessments and property taxes, right? And now I see that the city is saying we're about to start going after parking tickets.
I saw that today.
Throw your car.
That's so
well. You pay property taxes, but you still have to pay to park on the street that you pay property taxes on.
It's ridiculous.
And even if you got good plates and good stickers, you still got to get a parking permit. You are raping your own people. And I ain't just talking about Black. I'm talking about anybody who lives in the city of Milwaukee. Meanwhile, you allow all the surrounding suburbs to leech off of us.
Yep.
Come in here and go to games and plays and hang out and fly kites and shit, and then go back to their suburbs and chill and pay their taxes out there.
And they don't get parking tickets on their own street where they are homeowners. I know because I lived in the suburbs for a while and we didn't have no parking tickets. I could park whichever day of the week I wanted to. It's ridiculous.
We share our water with them.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Bullshit.
And these are the people that you are attempting to gentrify to appease. So, my brother, I don't care who you endorse, because you endorse the director of the Office of Well-Being and Good Feelings or Happy Feelings or Frankie Beverly and Mays, whatever the fuck it's called. And I still ain't seen no pressure. As a matter of fact, the brother said he was going to apply some pressure. This is the least amount of pressure I've ever seen. It seemed like the streets got worse after he said it. Like, pressure, we finna really act the goddamn fool now.
He a plant, dog. Fuck it.
No, man.
Let's just say what it is. He a plant.
He's the wrong person.
They want to school together.
Or either the structure of his organization is bad. You talking about?
He got something on, little buddy.
Something, dog. Why is he still the mayor?
He got something on, little buddy. There's some dirty shit going on. What the fuck?
Has anybody seen him? Can I get a milk carton for him?
He getting a paycheck though.
Where
have you
is
seen
the
Cavalier?
I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about Adam Porcel.
Oh man, come on, bro.
Where's the
pressure?
You promised me pressure. No, did he? Where are you? Listen,
dog.
Listen, it's so much murder and mayhem in this city right now.
Yes.
Okay. Not only does that office not have a plan, the police don't have a plan. Right? So he done just stopped talking about the shit. You see him on the news, he talking about some other shit. Oh, there's a lot of cats being born now at the Humane Society. We want to go out there and celebrate. Nobody give a fuck about no cats. Right? And I know people say he ain't say nothing about no cats. I made this shit up. Ace Cooley said that's the boule. He said that's the boule that they get in these positions and they sell us short. Well, yes, to a certain degree, but we don't do what we need to do to. What did I say at the beginning of the show? That's not correction, that's regulation.
Yeah.
Why are we not regulating politicians? You know, a lot of black people get so starstruck when they see an elected official, and I've witnessed this. I used to, and I don't even want to name all of the jobs that I've had in which I was in close proximity with leaders and elected officials. I just want to point out Mayor Barrett.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be in certain places and Mayor Barrett would come in the room and people would act like he was fucking Michael Jackson. I mean, the cooning was immediately. Oh Lord, there goes the mayor. I was gonna speak to the mayor. Hey mayor, can I get a picture? Right, and I'm looking like, bro, you should be going up to him asking him about his policy. What are you gonna do?
You should be
We in
making
deep
people
doo-doo.
Hey, that'll get you in trouble.
If they doing right by the office, you should be making them feel uncomfortable when they come out in public.
Man, listen.
Dog, he used to be on the south side. He was at this part by my mom's house, and I would just ask him about the potholes, and his security used to try to come up or whatever. I'm like, I'm just talking to him. And in Mayor Bear's defense, he was cool about it. He was like, my office is over here. We can talk or whatever. Now, you can never find his ass, but at least he did respond. Yeah, you never
wasn't
find
cool
him.
about it. He was stiff arming you. He was giving you the
Oh, he was giving me
the spinner Rooney. And that's what I'm saying. I see black people say, look here, he done give me his card. He said I call him, he gonna call me back. I'm looking at it like
he'll never respond
calling your dumb ass.
Never.
Unless you contribute to his campaign. Yep. And you thought that the black mayor would be different.
He just like dude, actually, but worse.
I hate to say I told you so, but
I told you so. I said for you, Kamar.
I love that. He said, I ain't gonna tell you what I told you so, but
Hey, look, Kevin was trying to be optimistic for the brother.
I was.
Came in.
I do recall that. Yes, I do recall it.
I was, Kamar.
Kamar, you got a business too, Kamar. I know you can't stand his ass.
Dig what I'm saying. For black people, we got to learn how to be like that with each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah. We got to be able to give each other grace because of the times we coming into. You know what I mean? We trying to get back right with each other. But with that situation, I felt like that was different as politics. You know what I mean? And he ain't did nothing that we could talk about that was good for the community. You know, so I was like, well, I feel like ain't shit finna happen. I ain't expecting nothing new because the motherfucker ain't never did nothing before. You know what I mean? So with politics, you kind of gotta, you can't do that too much until you see the track record of good shit that they do. Right. And then now I can say, okay, yeah.
And listen, I could have the most cordial conversation with the mayor ever. Like, there's no need for me to be hostile if I was ever to meet him. Be like, yeah, motherfucker, you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that. Yeah, I will fuck you. No. It will be a very diplomatic conversation, and I would say to him honestly, and very, very, very seriously, I just want to know what your plans are for my people in this city.
And I don't want you Google right now for his plans, and this article start off with his plans. But then in the article, there's no plan. I've been doing that the whole time we've been talking about Adam. I can't find anything.
I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about the mayor. But even Adam Porcel, it ain't about me being hostile at you and yelling and screaming on you. It's about me saying, brother, I just want transparency. Listen, I had a conversation one time with Ashanti Hamilton, right? And no, this ain't no diss. He was cool. He was smooth.
I love him because he checked or... I'm not gonna say that.
No, you did it. Too late. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, listen. And rest in peace to Gerald Jones, and rest in peace to the general, Daryl Farmer. I was at a meeting with, and don't ask me how I end up in these places, y'all. God just places me, right? I'm at Gerald Jones's house with the general and with Ashanti Hamilton. Okay. The general and Ashanti Hamilton are going at each other like it's peoples and folks. Like Vice Lords against GDs, like it's about to get hot, right? Gerald Jones is in the mix talking about both of y'all chill. I'll shoot both of y'all. I'm sitting there saying, what am I to do with this 9mm I have tucked in my pocket? I had a conversation with, and I broke it down to Ashanti. I said, my brother, it's really just about transparency. I said, I don't think most people are against you. I think our issue is we don't know what you all are doing for us. Because you're supposed to be doing for us correctly. Correct? Right? He said, absolutely. You're right. He said, listen here, man. He laid out a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know how sincere he was, but he was very cordial. He didn't spin me. He didn't try to talk above my head. We actually chopped it up like we knew each other.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, this is the first time I ever met you. I said, yeah, man, me too. I said, I've done some aldermanic walks in your district. You wasn't there, so I missed you. I thought we would, because I worked as a community organizer. And he just was like, nah, he explained things. So my point in saying that is I can sit down with any other brother and say, brother, let's talk about the plans for my people. Let's talk about some economic empowerment. Let's talk about some anti-poverty initiatives. Give me something to take back to the people because I report to the people. All right. The only way we're going to run amok is if you try to spin me. And I have to say, come on, man. That don't even make sense. Don't do that. Don't talk like a politician. Right? You know what I'm saying? Talk like two men sitting here. And if where you don't have answers, say that is something that I'm challenged by. That's something that we're working on. And then I can come back to y'all and say, hey, here's the real. So it ain't really about me cussing them out or calling them names or you Uncle Tom ass nigga or you. That's what I'm saying. Even with a brother like Orlando, it ain't about me saying you Uncle Tom, you sell out ass nigga, none of that. It's about me sticking to the script and say, where's the plan from your president and that party that produces economic empowerment and anti-poverty initiatives to my people, foundational Black Americans? If you can't show me that, then what are we talking about?
That's fair. And it's not even, it doesn't even sound freaking radical that you say that. Caring about your people. Everybody else cares about theirs. I think people have forgotten that it's okay for us to be proud of our people. For if you're Russian, it's okay for you to be proud of your people. But it seems like when we talk about our people have an issue with it, or we're doing this, or
our own people have an issue with it. Our own people have an issue with it. Dion, I see you now. I'm just now seeing your call. The phone line is open if anybody wants to call. I'm paying attention to it. I'm done with my rants. So if anybody got anything, 262-202-5131. Shout out to Alicia Mullins. She said absolutely. Dion says I've been calling. My fault, bro. I didn't see you. I see you got 2 missed calls. So just hit us, man. Anybody out there who has something to add to this conversation, please call in. I am looking over at Minnesota, and this fraud is bigger than people understand. And people say, well, don't blame the Somalians. Well, once again, FBA business tells me this. We didn't create the crack epidemic, but we participated in it. We went to jail. Okay. So if you Somalian and you was in Minnesota or anywhere you at and you participated, your ass has to go to jail.
Trump sent 2,000. He sent 2,000 agents to Minnesota.
That's right.
Hey, but you know what? Again, this is some shit where people don't understand. It happens all around the world.
Yeah, dude.
Right. Misappropriation of money that was intended or allocated for usage to help people. Somebody's gonna get in there and say, y'all know what? We can steal some of this shit. Right? But we had this whole daycare fraud thing in Wisconsin years ago. And our state stepped in and people went to prison behind this shit. And I want you to know, if you have a daycare right now and your paperwork ain't right, if they catch you, your ass going to prison. You're going to be sitting next to Diddy talking about, what's up, Playboy?
Take that.
Right. You're going to eat that sandwich? Take that. Right. I don't listen. Hit us, Dion. I'm watching. Hit us while I'm watching. But, I think it behooves people who are racist to try and find anytime a minority is involved with something to say, see, that's why we don't fuck with them.
Amy Block.
But that's what I'm saying. This is some corruption that I believe a white woman was one of the main factors, and she's incarcerated already, isn't she?
Yeah, the Biden administration apparently prosecuted her.
Okay. So you want to throw race in there? You want to say, hey, Somalian? No. Crime is crime.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So, but all you Somalians, there's a thing we have in America called the law.
And deportation.
Ask black people what happened when you break the law in America.
They lock our asses
jail. Up. Exactly.
Quickly,
this is why we're so prominent in correctional facilities.
You sound like Ice Cube.
because we break laws, right? You say laws is meant to be broken up, right? Are the laws fair? Not necessarily. But if you break it, it's broken.
If laws meant to be broken, then you meant to go your ass to jail.
Trump do it. He love to break the law.
Hey, everybody got time.
Unfortunately, ain't nobody else president.
Nope, you can get away. He can get away with all that shit.
Everybody got a time.
Oh hell yeah!
Nobody ever in the history of this planet has been an evil doer and got away with it. You might not even know what his consequence is or was, but it's going to be there.
Karma, that's my faith in Christ.
Karma's undefeated.
Yes,
you will suffer. You will suffer. Somebody close to you will suffer. So for everybody who keeps saying like, "Oh man, he's a felon. He should be locked up. Oh, he's a pedophile," and blah, 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 blah. Who knows what he's dealing with as we speak?
That's right. He barely living probably.
And they always bury the truth when it comes to our president because we talk about all the way back to Roosevelt, who had polio and was crippled. They would never even let you see him in his wheelchair or on his crutches, right? We talk about Kennedy and his boy toy friend, who he had a very nice relationship with, and all kinds of warm and fuzzy pictures they took together. They wasn't gonna put that out there. He was a philanderer. I mean, Reagan was senile for the last years in office. Bush was a dumbass rich kid. Bush ain't never knew shit. Hey, Mr. President. Well, we got some people looking at that. We're gonna look into that. We're gonna talk about that next time.
Obama was actually smarter than all of them from an intellectual standpoint.
Well, Obama was a tether. Obama is a tether. So Obama, part white and part African. Neither side connects with foundational Black Americans.
No, he didn't.
Every president
didn't give a fuck about foundational Black Americans. Bill
Clinton got peeled off in the office by an intern. Right? So, and it's something freaky about Bush every time you see Michelle Obama. I've never seen, and as a brother, I don't know how Barry ain't just checked him before. Like, excuse me, George, you need to chill out. Man, have you ever seen Bush around Michelle Obama? Oh, he gets giddy. He go to giggling and sniggling. He gonna sit by her and I'm like, what is this shit about?
He want to smash.
Or has he smashed? I don't know. I don't want to put that out there. My bad.
Flag on the play.
I know. I don't want to besmirch Michelle Obama. Right. I don't. I'm the one who argues
on top of it.
I argue with a lot of brothers that tell me that she's actually a man.
I don't like that.
Actually. Rick Muhammad had me on the phone one day and he talked a whole hour on how he can prove that she was a man.
I don't believe that.
And so I'm like, nah, I don't believe that, cuz I don't believe
Flag
that.
on the play.
But once again, when you talk about how America deceives and won't let the right hand know what the left hand's doing, maybe Michelle was Mike at one point. You know what I mean?
I don't like it, but fair.
Maybe they made Barry in the lab. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Tyrone.
Right. But we don't know. Right. Jamie Foxx makes all Black productions and I've never seen that man with a Black woman. They say they cloned him. I don't know. Look, Venus and Serena Williams are both married to white men. And I'm no Umar, but come on, son. Listen, when they said y'all look like monkeys, look like men, y'all had the ghetto braids, we was on the front lines fighting for y'all. Venus and Serena, them our champions. Oh, leave them sisters alone. Your father got his noodle rocked in Compton, California, so y'all could practice on a tennis court.
Yeah, he did.
And both of y'all married to O-Face?
They love him, Kev. Leave him alone.
It's
just on that note, that's cold-blooded.
It is.
That's cold. That's like a smack in the face to Pops.
Serena Crip walked at the Super Bowl and then went home to the white dude. Now you Crip walking for us, but You know what I'm
The
saying?
Super Bowl didn't have us at it though. I'm going to be fair. She was crip walking in front of a white audience.
Pivotal halftime. Kendrick, that was revolutionary what Kendrick did. She comes out crip walking. I've never seen her crip walk with her husband. I ain't never seen her come out for her appearance, and she go to. So you gonna do that shit with us? You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody coming to your house, shitting in the toilet, not flushing the commode, and then leaving. This what you do when you come to my house? You could at least flush the toilet, man. I'm just saying.
She ain't never crip with her husband.
Hey, they'd have did better if they'd have just had her acting like she was sitting on a corner.
Something.
She was just sat there. You could have just sat there and not did shit.
The fact
and it would have been a dope show.
and then listen, hold on too. I don't have anything against interracial relationships. Let me say that.
No,
I don't. Because I believe it's important for you to find somebody who loves you, who's going to treat you right and be there for you. And if that person happens to be from a different race, so be it. But I feel like there are a certain group of my people who do this because of the amount of self-hate that they have for themselves.
That's true,
feel like
bro.
They don't love themselves like they should. I feel like there's some insecurities there. And I've heard a lot of brothers say, I only date white women because of this. I've heard them say that. All right.
That's so fucking dumb, though.
So now we're not talking about necessarily organic love. We're talking about you trying to make sure that you're conveniently taken care of, or you need somebody who makes you feel like, well, I might be black and I might hate my black skin, but I got me a good white woman. I get to hang around white people. I get to live in a white community. And so I just feel like there's an issue there sometimes. Now, shout out to all the brothers out there who got a white woman say, shit, I don't give a damn what you talking about. This boo right here, this bae right here is this. I'm so out of the loop.
But
this
you ain't wrong with you just
love.
said, though, either. I've seen that.
And I said this a million times. The only issue with a person who marries outside their race is the fact that that person is ultimately and inherently compromised. Okay? Now, I say compromise because the only thing that's going to make a relationship successful is compromise. So if I marry a white woman, I got to be easy on all that. I hate crackers and I hate honky shit. And when my partners talk about, man, I hate white people, I'll fuck them up. Hold on. Don't fuck this one up. This good white people right here. You see what I'm saying? So it compromises you. Now, if you married to a white woman, you still want to work in the community, I'm not going to be the one to stop you. Just know some of us are looking at you sideways. Because as a black man, how can you not find a black woman? You can't tell me they're all bad. You can't tell me they're all damaged. They're all broken.
That's some dumb shit.
As a black man who's halfway intelligent, who's mature, who is aware, how can you not find a black woman? How can you not look at them and say, them is easily the finest specimens on this planet?
How can you generalize though? Like how can motherfuckers that don't like whatever, it don't matter who you date, because I'm on that shit. But the thing is though, I've got into heated debates with motherfuckers that'll say, well, black chicks do this. I'm like, no, they don't. No, they don't. Black chicks don't do what you just said. Well, no, a lot of chicks, no, they don't. Because
some of them do. Yeah, I'm here to tell you, some of them do the shit they talking about.
No, some of them.
One thing most black women gonna do, they gonna get in your ass, especially when you fucking up. She gonna get right in your shit.
Not all of them.
She's gonna, not all of them, but some of them. Listen, my wife will get, when I fuck up, she gonna be the first. Hey, she ain't gonna say, I'm gonna let him do it because he's a black man and I'm a black woman. She's gonna
supposed to though.
Right. I think people gotta understand, women in general nag. Of all women of all races are gonna nag.
Yes.
Don't talk to an old white man who been married 30 years. He gonna be rubbing his head like, God damn it.
But the thing about your wife is your wife is fucking intelligent. So she's made you better. So if you fucking up and she don't tell you, you know what I'm saying, she wrong. She gonna be like, hey Kev, look, you know what I'm saying? That's being real, bro. Yeah.
Well, some of these brothers who be complaining, they whine more than the women do.
Yes, they do. They
Some of y'all is bigger, is more sensitive than your woman. Some of you brothers break down at the drop of girl.
These
What we
these
gonna do?
motherfuckers soft. A lot of them just soft. They softer than quote unquote cottonelle tissue. Fuck that. No.
Ocean Shira died in the chat room. She said, "Listen, this tickled me seriously. Them Somalians knew what the fuck they did. Yeah, they don't back up now. Talking about these is racist. No, it ain't. Did you do it?
Ocean a gangster, bro.
Did you do it? Well, I did not know. You should have read the fine print. That's what they tell us when we get to court. Man. I didn't know, because the average brother who go to court don't know the law. They gonna name off 17 codes you done violated. That's why you in court. You gonna say, I didn't know that shit. He get to his cell, say, man, did you know I was within 500 feet of a school and that shit added another?
Dog,
you didn't know.
The best advice I ever got was from a guidance counselor at Riverside University High School at the time. His name was Mr. James Smallins. Whatever, man. This helped me be better, be a better criminal. He said, if you around a motherfucker that's doing something, best believe you going to jail. And he said, one of y'all better know the law. That's why you should know the law. You should know where a school zone at. If you sell dope, you should know don't have your drugs in your car. You should know about having firearm laws. Like the best criminal is some of the most legal motherfuckers.
Is everything. It don't matter if you know the law. If you possess the drugs, your ass still going to jail.
No, I'm just saying, at least realize what you
all the laws that, well, officer, I'm 500 feet away from the school, and according to the zoning, they're gonna say, you had a 50 seconds. Get your ass in the car. You're going to
get your black ass in the squad.
You're gonna be the most educated motherfucker at the house of correction.
No.
You'll be in there helping brothers.
You just gotta know not to do certain things and to keep yourself as light as possible. You just don't want to do certain things because they come after you for certain things. And if you can do other types of crime, do it. White collar crime. If you can do fraud, you
just don't do crime.
Yeah.
Just don't do crime.
They don't look at it as much as other shit though.
Like
if you pimping, it ain't the same as now it is.
I'm always trying to figure out a smarter way to do it. See, what I would do is I would take
if you're gonna be a criminal, be a criminal.
My crack and put it over here where when they pull up on me, I ain't got it. Motherfucker, they've been watching you. So every time you go that bag and serve, they're gonna go right over to it like, here you dope, right here. Oh, shit, ain't mine. Dude, we've been sitting here watching you, man. Get your ass in the car. Don't do crime. Boycott the prisons, man. Ace Cooley said shit on the West Coast during COVID times. There's a bunch of smash and grabs going on. Guess who was fencing that shit? The main ones were a group of white women and their husbands. Them motherfuckers lead every statistic in crime. Let me see. Ace Cooley said, Serena also bleached her skin, bro. Now she looked like one of the Wayans, OG white chicks. I don't know her personally. I've never met her. But it seems like there's some issues perhaps that she may have with her self-image. I don't know. I know she dated a lot of rappers and a lot of athletes and then said, oh, well, ain't no good black men left. Well, you was dating Drake. You thought you wasn't going to get cheated on. Who's a comedian who's talking about women who date rich celebrities and think that they the only one he's sleeping with? No, you ain't. Serena, you couldn't find no Fortune 500 brothers, no doctors, no lawyers, no brothers who getting money that ain't all you dated was NBA, NFL, and hip hop. And then you said, I guess I can't find a black man. Let me go get a white one.
She dated the men that cheat.
I don't know. Once again, I don't know what her inner issues are. I just think that it's very crazy that you see both of these sisters whose father basically bled for them and made sacrifices so that they could, you know what I'm saying? And what do they do? Like, and I know, is their dad still alive? Because I know at one point they didn't.
I was about to ask. Let me look.
He was married to he married a young black woman, and she took him to the cleaners and took his house. And
oh, really?
So yeah, she ran him through the mud. But supposedly, allegedly, he didn't come to Serena's wedding because he was saying, how are you marrying this white man? But Venus Williams, in terms of the press, I think I may have seen her with one black dude. She just married a white dude, but I think she's been all white, all right for years. But Serena was playing around with it. She was in some Jay-Z videos and whatnot. And black people, she thick. So she was popular. And then she married the white dude and now she's taking a new Ozempic and her skin is lighter. I'm not, it is what it is. Who is this? Joseph Powell. He said, I want to marry one of those Avatar people. They might be blue.
What?
Man, yeah, go ahead, man. Do your thing with them blue people, man. He said he want to marry one out of his species. He want to marry an alien. Hey, man, go, man, get it done, man. Be the first one to do that. Interplanetary love. I wouldn't hate on you, but you'd be compromised too with the green chick. Every time they say, when it come to green people, you compromise. Like, man, I don't like green lizards. Man, hold on, man. They ain't all bad. My wife is part lizard. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Marry who you want. I don't know if you're trying to troll us, but that's fine. We do that too. I got Dion on the line.
He's still alive, Kev.
Why you saying my name all loud and shit like that? What's wrong with you?
I guess I'm crazy. If you're gonna ask me like that, what's wrong with me? Shit, I got issues. What the fuck? Not an answer.
Man, shit, I've been calling shit. Y'all have moved to 1,000 motherfucking different subjects.
Hey, man.
But damn, I couldn't catch y'all. But what I'm about to say, yeah, shit, it be what it be with the. But I do hate to see. I can't lie to you, man. It does like grind my gears to see a black man with a white woman, but. A white man with a black woman, but vice versa too, though. But people use that motherfucking excuse. People use that excuse that love and this, but I just don't believe that shit though. I think it'd be something deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Than just that. My personal opinion. It might not have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I just think when you dating outside your race, especially with black men, like me and one of my guys at work, we was talking about that. And he, his brother real successful. And he was with a black woman, but now he got kids by a black woman, but now he's dating a white woman. And I was like, a lot of times we look at a white woman, especially some black men, not all of us, in my personal opinion, we look at them as a trophy. And sometimes we look at her as taboo because everything that basically everything that the white man wanted, we wanted. You know what I'm saying? We wanted the good job. We wanted equality. We wanted to be successful, to have and even we wanted woman. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, not all of us. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. It ain't no statistics behind it, no scientific fact. People be like, oh, that's not true. I love her and she loves me and she got that bullshit ass shampoo in there and, or I don't know. I couldn't even. Could you imagine living with a white person? Like everything different. That bitch don't use cocoa butter. She use Jergens shit. What I'm saying?
Now, before we
shampoo different.
Dion, hold on. Before we even go down this rabbit hole again.
He said Jergens.
Let's not refer to women as bitches. I don't want to make the same mistake. I want to stop you right there because we have sisters who listen to the show. We have women who listen.
Oh, that's so
don't want them to feel uncomfortable or disrespected. So let's not refer to them as bitches. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
But I couldn't imagine dating a white woman and we living together and, it's just different. I'll just be sitting there eyeballing her. It's so hard to refrain from using that B word, especially with them.
Well, we're going to try tonight. We're going to make an effort.
I'll be like, how did I get into this? I know one of my niggas, they saw I'm fucking with old girl. But I can't believe this. Like, you don't eat potato chips, you eat Pringles. It's V8 juice in the refrigerator and organic skim milk and skinless chicken breast. And
wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Skinless chicken breast, V8 in the refrigerator, organic milk. How is this white? I'm trying to figure out how this is like.
Real, like that's white for me.
Oh my God.
I'm like, how I get involved?
Yeah, I love you, bro. That was funny.
She got one of them fupa things, whatever that thing is. Like buns. Like she like, I never understood why you guys use the rag, and then she don't understand why we use the rag, and she just, take the body wash and squirt it in her hand, and I'm just, I'll be laying up with this, and she not cleaning it, and then sometimes I go on there like, babe, let's try the rag, let me wipe that motherfucker for you with this rag, and just, it's a new rag, it's a white rag, just, to get it nice and clean, because it's a special night tonight. I might want to deep sea dive, you know, and I want to make sure that motherfucker is edible. You know what I'm saying? Because
He's already done the
Flag on the play.
You know what I'm
Flag
saying?
on the play. Flag on the play. Hold on.
Why is the flag on my play, kid?
Because you are assuming that all white women are the same way. Let me tell you something. There are some white women. There's some white women from the South and some from the North.
I was just about to say
that have totally adapted to our culture. She will fry the shit out some yard pimp. She will put on cocoa butter. She will come to bed looking good, smelling good, and you'll be in there like, Lord have mercy, this Becky is bad. It's not really about small, trivial things. It's about our ability to connect with each other. It's about our ability to relate and communicate with each other, okay? So if you have a white woman or a white man and you've truly made a human connection with that person, I am not even qualified to tell you to not deal with that person. What I'm saying is, if you are a black man or a black woman, and right now you are conscious and proud and you love us and you feel like you appreciate us, when you recognize somebody that's compatible, you try to make it work. I think a lot of us come up with reasons to make it not work. We complain about everything. Either she ain't fine enough. Either he don't make enough money. Her booty ain't big enough. His penis ain't long enough. You know, instead of us working together, say, let's kind of create some kind of win-win for each other. You know what I'm saying? We need to appreciate things that are not based on visual. Like, do I care if my wife cleans herself? Do I care if she used a towel or a loofah?
I probably would.
Well, you see, that's a thing for you, but I'm here to tell you.
Even with my girl now, I'd be like, I don't ever see you floss.
All black women don't use tiles. Some of them use loofahs.
You heard me, don't care.
I heard you.
Even with my girl now, I'd be like, baby, floss, baby. You see me floss, you got good teeth, but you know, I don't never see
Deon, I need you to take your bedroom voice out and speak up a little bit because you're going, yeah, baby, you ain't flossing.
Yeah, because I'll be like, I don't ever see her floss, but I'll be like, let's try it one time. Let's try it. But you know what I meant to tell my guy? I'm gonna see if I can get him to tune into the show because he's a black man, but he was born. His parents are Nigerian. But he's a black man that was born in America. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's a tether.
His parents from Nigeria.
He's a tether.
But, you know, like, if you seen him, though, you couldn't tell that he was Nigerian, though. You know what I'm saying?
He's a tether.
Like, he looked like Ian and stuff. He a little light-skinned. You know what I'm saying? He's light-skinned.
He's a tether.
Yeah, I be there. Like, we be having that conversation, and I was bringing up, like, he never heard of ADOS or FDA. Is that what it's called? Foundational? Is it FDA?
If you don't know what it is, I'm not going to tell you what it is because you've heard it enough times. What you're doing is playing in my face with it because
I'm not playing in your face with it.
You know exactly what it is.
So quick.
You know exactly what it is. And your friend,
y'all be saying,
if he don't know doesn't know what it is, if he don't know what it is, it's probably because he is a tether. You just said his parents are Nigerian. He's not a foundational black American, so he doesn't even qualify.
Okay.
So it don't matter if he know what it is. He can say, what is that? I would say, don't worry about it.
He don't talk like that. He don't. He talk like me and you.
That's how he's gonna say.
If he didn't tell you, his name Ed. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he didn't tell you that he was from Nigeria, you wouldn't even think that he's Nigerian.
Well, once he told me his parents are from Nigeria, it don't matter how he sounds, because when I hear him talk, I'm gonna hear him say, what is FBA? I do not know what this is. I don't know what ADOS is. And
the man was raised in America, man. He has no accent.
It don't matter. To me, he has one, because he's a tether.
He
don't recognize my people. He don't recognize my people and our lineage. To me, when he speaks, it's like,
he was telling me that. I told him about the conversation that we had about, you was like, man, you don't know where your ancestors from. And he was like, well, you should do one of those. What's that thing that you told me to do with the background? Because his wife did one, you know what I'm saying? And she's 70% Nigerian and got some other, but she's African American though, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah, them people don't know what the hell they be talking about. They just be telling you something to sell your money. But yeah, though, you know what I'm saying? But we be having conversations at work. You know what I'm saying? And we was talking about he don't understand why we as black people don't like Africans. And I was just breaking it down to him. You know what I'm saying? But then he broke it down to me because he's going to Nigeria.
Who said
Go
we
ahead,
don't?
Claire, what you
Who
about to say?
said we
Yeah.
don't like Africans? Nobody ever said that.
I love African
people. Don't like
No, most of us are. It's responsive because they don't like
It
us.
is. Yeah, you're right. You're
So
true. You're right.
It's
You're
just
correct.
me pitching
And
it
that's what I
back to
told
you.
him too.
So it ain't about why
Yeah.
do you hit us? No, why do you hit us? Like, now let me go to chat room for a second. Crystal Ship is making a point in the chat room. She said Serena isn't lighter. It's the makeup artists that have her looking lighter. Well, I feel like she has the ability to tell them, I don't want to look like that. Stop putting this shit on my face. So if she's looking at it saying, this is the look I was going for, it still illustrates my point that there's some self-hatred there. Listen, once again, it's just what I think from the outside looking in. I don't know her. I'm willing to say I don't know her personally to say, yeah, I was talking to Serena and she said, Kevin, I just want to be lighter. But to us, when we see you with makeup on that makes you a shade lighter, we say, what's wrong with you? Like we did when Michael Jackson showed up looking like a beige white woman. Like
They say Michael Jackson has skin disease.
Well, they say that, but there was a lot of makeup involved. And Michael Jackson had his lips tattooed and he had his hair. He had hair.
Damn, Mike.
Yeah, Mike had a issue with how he looked. That's why he kept hacking on his nose. Well, he did break his nose. He fell on stage and he broke his nose and he became obsessed with his nose. Michael,
his hair caught on fire too. You want to pet him?
That's right.
I remember that.
Yeah, he did have severe burns to his scalp. So Mike had some issues with how he looked. That's just the fact of it. And that's what you end up looking like Vivica Fox or somebody. Like, why you do that to your like Lil Kim? Like my sister, you was fine. Why would you do that?
She was good looking too. That is really sad, actually.
That's a good point you make, Crystal, that it might not be what we think it is, but when you wear lighter makeup and marry a white man, 2 out of 3, right? Like, if it's over 6, you can round up, I feel like. That's all I'm saying. Aisha, the therapist, she's laughing.
That's my sister. She said
you light-skinned, right?
Your husband Nigerian.
Right. I don't mean to insult your sister's husband, but I just have to be honest about it.
No, you ain't insulting Matt cool as hell, but that's funny though. She said you light skin.
Frida Shaw said he just know how to code switch like Idris Elba. Right.
That nigga went from The Wire to James Bond.
Right. I don't know if anybody else was thrilled like I was after watching The Wire and seeing him in an interview. Like, well, when I first come over here,
because I had no idea he was from over there.
Stringer from England. I didn't know.
Why does this nigga sound like this?
It's a bunch of actors. It's a dude from Snowfall, Franklin Saint.
Franklin ass is a British motherfucker. I never knew that.
Yeah. And they're not black because black people only come from America. So
yeah, what is he?
What are they then if they're not black?
Say that again, Dion.
What are they then if they're not black?
Well,
British.
They're Nigerian. They are Kenyan. They are Jamaican. They're Caribbean. They will tell you what they are when you say, hey, man, where you from? Well, my people are from Ghana. I am from Ghana. So you're not.
They don't have a problem with us.
You're Ghanaian. And it ain't no diss. It's not a diss. It's not like people. It's one of the things where every time a black person say something, everybody make a big fucking deal out of it. It's not a diss. You are a proud Nigerian, correct? Yes, I am.
Be.
Then I'm black.
Yeah.
You're not black. You're Nigerian. You just said it. You know what I'm saying? Like it grinds my gears, as they say, for people to get upset because we want to identify ourselves. Right. Everybody else has been doing it for hundreds of years. Go ahead, Kamar.
That's how we program, though. We program. Like here in America, they teach you that black people are melanated. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you see a Nigerian, if you from here, you saying they black.
Right.
But everybody else saying they Nigerian.
They'll tell you they'll self-identify.
Right. You ask them what are they? They're going to say Nigerian.
Right. And let's not act like there's not lines. Maybe you meet some assimilated ones. But for the most part,
that's what I was telling them too.
Really,
well, he might be assimilated, but
the fuck they is.
But the fact that he identifies where his parents are from and where he comes from lets you know he ain't as assimilated as you think. He's assimilated around you. When he get around his Nigerian family and ain't none of us around, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, I don't understand why they're so lazy. What is this old English they drink? I don't understand.
I don't think he can speak Nigerian though. You know, in Nigeria it's different tribes in Nigeria.
I know, man.
It just ain't one. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I got a homie. I done had for a long time from Nigeria.
He was like a lot of times. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You the guest. Go ahead.
He was like, I'm a guest now. This motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you gonna bone me from saying the B word. So I think I earn my stripes here. You feel what I'm saying? Real nigga activities, for real though.
Let me say, I apologize. I apologize. Okay, you are correct. You are an outlaw. You are part of the family. I didn't know that you would have such a sensitive reaction to it. I apologize.
Yeah, because if y'all anywhere I go there, I meant to call text Kamar today because I wanted to stop by. You know where the old Ritz was. I wanted to stop by Tone because I didn't realize that was Tone too. You know what I'm saying? I was like, look at my Hamilton guys, man. I'm proud of y'all, man.
Yeah.
For real, we ain't in prison, ain't dead. People owning business and stuff. But yeah, though, I don't think basically, to be honest with you, like I don't know, because he doesn't come off like that to me. Until he told me he was Nigerian.
Once again, the trademark of the delineation movement, it ain't about how you feel. It ain't about what you think.
No.
It's about the fact of the matter. If you're not a descendant of the slaves in the southern or eastern part of this country that were taken from Africa, brought over here, split up, demoralized, ostracized, objectified, discriminated against, murdered,
or from anywhere else that was black and enslaved here.
Well,
because they took a lot of Indians, they took a lot of Native Americans and enslaved them also.
But they're not black though.
Huh?
They're not black though. They're not black.
Melanated. I'm talking about like back then at the time, you know what I mean? Like when slavery was going on, you know, they was catching Native Americans and enslaving them too. They was melanated.
I don't think melanin, that's a good point that you make. Just because you have melanin does not mean you're black.
Right. But what I'm saying is I'm talking about back then. Back then, you know what I mean? That was a reason to snatch a motherfucker up and enslave him. So I'm just saying, like, you could have been from here already and went into slavery, and then now your people come from slavery still. So now you come from here. And Americans call saying you black, you's a black man.
From what my research told me is that the attempt to enslave Native Americans failed because of they didn't have the natural resistance to disease, and they couldn't take the sun like we could. So there was very, very limited Native American slave. Like now, here's what has credibility is there are slaves, there are Africans, and there are Indians who made it. I said made it. there are black Native Americans is what I'm saying.
But another reason they said England the Native Americans because they knew the terrain too good, so they could escape and be gone. You know what I'm saying? That was another reason they said.
I ain't saying they enslaved them all, but it happened.
No, it happened, but once again, I think what your
like and they could be your descendant.
Your statement that
your descendants.
We've been bamboozled into thinking that if you melanated, you're black. Well, there's melanated Cubans, there's melanated Dominicans, there's melanated Puerto Ricans, there's melanated Italians, right? But the black, when I say black, is a very unique group of people. And when I say where we are now, when I talk about delineating, I'm talking about who now they just in San Francisco, you see, they just came up with this thing about reparations. $5 million per black person. Now, everybody is gonna jump in who got melanin in their skin right now and say, me too, me too. I don't think everybody should get it.
Hell no.
I think if you can't trace your lineage. Now, Kamar, here's the stickler. And I realize our Facebook feed just failed, y'all. It just failed. You have to go to Outlaw Radio or go to our YouTube page because my personal page just failed. So we're still on the air. But I was about to say, if you can prove that, say your family's Haitian, right, Kamar, and you can go back in the census and your family was enslaved, and it says, because they do identify on the census report, and that's all we have to go off of. If it says Haitian, but you were the property of some white person, then I think you deserve it.
Hey, cause see, look, cause dig this, right? You got people, you got free black men up north that could have been captured and enslaved also down south, right? Now,
Okay.
so the ones that's up north that was here already wasn't enslaved from Africa. So you got a lot of them too that could have got mixed in the whole cycle. So, but what I'm saying is, I'm not disagreeing with nobody. What I'm saying is, like you said, you got descendants from slavery. So they got different black people that was caught up in the slavery too. But they wasn't black back then. I'm just saying black, like saying Native American, or like black people from North America, like from the north part, right? And because like a lot of them may have been from France or from England, or you know what I'm saying, free men from there. So like you could be enslaved still and have some be FBA is what I'm saying. I mean, you could be something else and still be FBA, but you come from slavery, right?
I don't think if you're this is just my personal opinion, and I'm not Tariq Nasheed, so I don't write the book on what it takes to be FBA, but I say if you're not a part of the diaspora, meaning the people who were taken from the continent of Africa, brought over here and intentionally enslaved, because you don't hear a lot of slave ships that came from Haiti and brought slaves to America, brought Haitians. You don't hear Jamaicans brought here. You hear the slave trade in the United States of America was centered in Africa. So it's that group of people. Now, if you just stumbled up on it, and even those, and we have to understand this too, even those in the northeastern part of the country, that's where most of us came through, like from Virginia, in that area. Yeah. You did have a lot of African slaves who managed to run across a good master who allowed them to pay for their freedom. Okay. And so they were freedmen, but you're right in that when they went down south, ain't no such thing as no freedmen. Get your ass in this wagon.
Right.
Yeah. But those are still Africans who were enslaved. Now I see both Facebook pages have dropped now. So
you gotta be kidding me.
No,
hey, I was gonna tell you, Kev, there's an actor, his name is Laz Alonso, and he made a video. I sent it to your phone, I texted it to you, watch it later or whatever. But he talked exactly about what we're talking about, and he's Cuban. And the black chick, I think her name is Melissa Ford, she was interviewing him, and she was like, well, you're Cuban. He said, I'm black first. And then he was explaining, he said, we focused too much on where everybody was, but when they got off the boat, but we not focusing on that we got enslaved. So he's saying basically what you said, but
he's not. He's a tether.
Yeah, well, he's saying no. He's like, I got enslaved just like
you. So. You Cuban first.
Yeah, well,
you're not black. Well, he can say what he wants. The DNA don't lie. I can say I'm Alvin the Chipmunk, right? But I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like no. I mean, a lot of people are going to try and spin this because
his lineage come from Africa, though. He just landed in Cuba.
That's like a lot of people want to be.
That's what he's saying.
Whatever we say, there's going to be someone who looks to discredit us, especially if we're saying something to us that could be positive. And all we're really saying to us is, let's identify who we are. So when they say, "What do y'all want?" Because there's some things that are unique to just us.
Yeah.
There's some things that we got to deal with that Haitians, Jamaicans, Nigerians, Cubans, they don't got to deal with. Listen. I'm gonna make this point, and I realize we've dropped from both Facebook pages, so we'll close it up. But I am I go to different places to purchase firearms, right? Now there's a stigma for us because we have a very huge problem in our community with gun violence, right?
Yes.
The assumption from the time I walk into any store, any gun, any place where they sell firearms is that I'm a criminal. I went to 2 different places this weekend and I got treated a certain kind of way because of how I look. Now, I didn't spend any money with either place. Okay, because I didn't appreciate the treatment, and I'm one of those black people who would say, I'm not gonna spend my money with you and you disrespect me.
No.
All right. But those are the assumptions. No matter what room we walk in, as soon as they see this, as soon as they see this skin and then hear our dialogue and our dialect, and you know I'm an urban black American.
Yep.
There's so many issues that come with that. Somebody done already made up their mind when you walk through the door, we ain't fucking with him. You can go in there and say, I am Nigerian by nature. I'm glad to meet you all. People say, oh my God, this is diverse. You actually have an African here. They'll get ahead. Africans are more friendly with white people than they are with us. And white people are more accepting of them than they are of us. There's a stigma attached with being a foundational black American that's unmistakable. Let me read the chat room before we get out of here. Because I know people are missing the show. I don't know what's wrong with StreamYard. They charge me enough money. This shit shouldn't be working. I mean, this should be working. She said, this is Sharita Shaw. She said, why can't we just be black? Earl Henning said, little black boy growing up to be a rich white man. That's MJ. Sharita Shaw says, but everybody else can be what country they was born in. Right, but we can't be foundational black Americans. And it's always an argument about, so look at this. Do you ever hear, you see a Polish person, right? A Polish person say, I'm from Poland, I'm Polish. Do you ever see another white man arguing with him about how he's Polish too because he's white? I'm Polish too, I'm white. He'll say, you're not, you're Italian. They never argue about that. It's only us. Well, I'm foundational black American too because I got melanin in my skin. No, you're not. You're Jamaican, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with being Jamaican. Hell, I love curry goat and jerk chicken. I'm just saying. Let me close this up. Joseph Power said, "Can Africans catch poison ivy?" You would have to ask one of them. I would know. I'm American. He said, I heard they're immune to it. Yeah, you have to ask one of them.
Who the hell is this?
I didn't know you could catch. I didn't know you could catch poison ivy. Like I didn't know you could catch a plant.
I don't know. I don't know. He's trolling, Kamar. So you know.
I know.
Joseph, let me see who the hell this is.
I don't know. I'll say this is Andre Avant. He said the Facebook Live has failed. I know. That's why I'm about to close it out because Facebook is down and people are missing the show. But I do appreciate everybody for coming in. We'll be back Wednesday with these machines. You never know. This is why this move I'm about to make is so crucial. That's why I need y'all to hit that Cash App because it's going to cost us to be able to partake and move this thing to another place so that we can stop because I think we're a little overly dependent on Facebook. So we need to be able to do something live. So that's why I say I'm gonna start posting the Cash App more because I every expense right now that comes with this, I pay it. So listen, donations. If
you're gonna have to start tagging me when your little show come on so I can come in there and talk a little shit, dog.
I got you, dog.
So we're gonna get out of here early. We ain't even early, it's 10 o'clock. So I had plans on going a little bit longer, but we don't have to worry about it. For those who are still here,
I hope none of you guys get intoxicated for New Year's. I hope you guys stop drinking and smoking.
There's still a couple people in here watching. So, Kamar, I want you to be able to hit us with some OG shit, and then we'll get out of here.
All right. Where my real OGs at? Listen, the hood don't excite nobody but a motherfucker who wasn't raised in it. The objective is to get out and reach back. Stop me when I'm lying.
Yes, sir.
Words of wisdom. Listen, happy New Year. Happy 2026. I hope you got off on your good foot. I hope everything is going well for you. Like I said, we'll be back Wednesday. For all of the people who are still here, I'm going to share the show, and I hope you do too, so the people that missed the end can still see the end of the show. Other than that, man, peace and love, man. Outlaws for life. I'll see y'all Wednesday.
Deuces.